Higgins for three. You betcha.
The pass to Miller outside three. Good. Big block by Olsen.
Fryer in the paint. Now to Holzer. Left corner three. Bang! Bang! Oh!
Ulster Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And a good Friday evening here on yourliveevent.com. Coming to you live from Aitkin High School, a Section 7 2A matchup tonight as the Aitkin Gobblers take on the Pillager Huskies here tonight, as it is high school basketball on yourliveevent.com. Paul Vold coming to you live here from Aitkin High School as the Aitkin Gobblers sporting a 3-4 record on the season. Finish off the 2022 portion of their schedule with a 3-4 record, while the Pillager Huskies tonight, fresh off a win this Thursday, 2-4 on the season, snapping back-to-back losses as both teams try to pick up a very important sectional matchup here this evening against the likes of each other here on yourliveevent.com. Unfortunately tonight, due to some extenuating circumstances with some technical difficulties, we are unable to get you Aitkin Gobbler basketball on KKIN AM 930 FM translator 103.1. We'll do our best to make up for it here tonight with homegrown local radio. Still coming your way here tonight, of course, Aitkin Gobblers taking on the Pillager Huskies, as the Huskies fresh off a win this past Thursday, 46-38, of course, with Parker Schaefer leading the way, 18 points, and also Christian Hoagie going for 10 points and 16 rebounds in that win as well, to not only get them a win as well, but also pick up a nice road victory as well, as all wins this season for the Huskies coming on the road as well. Now, the Aitkin Gobblers hit the road this past Thursday with a loss by the score of 67-48 on Thursday, which snapped their 3-game win streak, including a very nice performance with the Quarterbacks Club Holiday Basketball Tournament. The Gobblers were able to get back into the win columns with 2 wins this past week as well to close out 2022. Fortunately for the Gobblers, did get nice production. Alex Palm and Eli Christie, 14 points apiece as well. Braden Smith chipping in another 13 as well for that loss, unfortunately, for the Gobblers, who sit at 2-1 in Section 7-2A, while Pillager is looking for their first win in the section as well. Get a break here on the pregame show. Of course, we got lots to get to tonight with the Aitkin Gobblers playing host to the Pillager Huskies. We've got high school basketball on the airwaves tonight. It is Section 7-2A basketball tonight here on yourliveevent.com. Of course, coming up here after break, we'll check in with head coach for the Pillager Huskies tonight. That'll be Coach Jim Benson here on the pregame show.
If your vehicle has an unfortunate mishap, you want the best in quality bodywork. You need to take it to Aitkin Body Shop. They can handle any collision or auto glass repair, and they have a state-of-the-art facility and technology. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Visit them at 421 North Minnesota Avenue. Towing services also available. Give them a call at 218-927-2883. Remember the name that stands for quality and trust. That's Aitkin Body Shop, providing exceptional auto body collision and paint repair since 1974.
It's been more than just a family tradition since 1938. Purchasing a new Ford car, truck, or pre-owned vehicle from Aitkin Motors. Family owned and operated. Aitkin Motors offers you a stress-free car shopping experience. Need an oil change? New tires? Check out the low price tire guarantee. Aitkin Motors has a full service department with factory-trained Ford technicians. For hours, appointments, and vehicle inventory, visit AitkinMotorsCO.com.
We are ISD1.
We are ISD1.
We are ISD1.
We are ISD1.
My favorite teacher is Mr. Dustin Richters.
Favorite teacher is Mr. Miller.
Mr. Googe is my favorite teacher.
Definitely Miss Grader.
Definitely Miss Grader in class biology.
Mr. May.
Right now is psychology.
Mr. Smith's my favorite teacher.
Mr. May's science class.
Any art class.
Mr. May in my ornithology class.
We always practice good sportsmanship and respect.
Go Gobblers.
Go All-Stars.
My roots run deep. I dream of a world where planting a seed can bring forth the food and knowledge our world needs right now. The field is my classroom, and I have the power to make a difference. I am going to feed the world someday.
Welcome back to the pregame show tonight here on KKIN AM The Gobbler, as well as online at yourliveevent.com. Pillager Huskies take on your Aitkin Gobblers here tonight as we welcome in head coach for the Pillager Huskies, being Jim Benson, joins us here on the pregame show. Coach, thanks so much for taking time to speak with us tonight.
Oh, beautiful day today. Sun's out. It's nice and warm. We don't have to worry about snow coming. It's a great night for basketball.
I know that's certainly the case, especially the last few weeks, and of course probably the last few games. Try to get some action in as well, but luckily enough your team able to get a contest against New York Mills the other night, and getting a win as well to get back into that win column as well. You know, obviously snapping back-to-back losses for your team too, but in that contest against New York Mills, you know, what ultimately led for that victory, 46-38, what was able to propel your team to that win the other night?
Well, we didn't shoot well, but we kept our turnovers down, so we were averaging, unfortunately, about 25 turnovers a game in those losses. So we really struggled with that, and we had 5 turnovers in the first half and had a 15-point lead. Now we started to get back into the turnover column, and we really didn't shoot well, but we still held them defensively. We played well. We rebounded well. So, we got to do that a little more consistently, and we've got to get better every night. That's what we're trying to do with this, 2 juniors, 2 sophomores, and a freshman starting for me.
Coach, with that combination that you have as well with, obviously upperclassmen and the freshmen in the lineup too, you mentioned the turnovers as well, but what have you seen here, at least for the first handful of games, that have been a little bit troublesome for your team?
Maturity, trying to find somebody to lead. We've got 5 very good athletic kids, but you got to have somebody to lead those kids, and if they're leading by example and doing the right thing, life becomes easy. If they're not, throwing the ball away, doing stuff that we don't want to do, then it gets tougher, and we got to have that. So we've got to have leaders lead, and those people got to step up in basketball games.
Coach, now here, obviously, with this matchup tonight, another sectional matchup that you have with, of course, Aitkin as well. They're a team that's looking for, obviously a couple players to step up as the seasons move along. What do you see here with this matchup for your team that maybe they give you a little bit more of an advantage?
Well, they lost some kids that started for them for a long time last year, too. They're a lot like us. We've had success with Aitkin the last 3-4 years. We've always played well, even when we've struggled with other teams. So, beating them by 20 last year, we came in there, probably had one of our better games of the season. They peaked later on at the end of the season. We didn't. We kind of got in a doldrum and kind of struggled towards the end of last year. So we want to continue to come out here and play good basketball and minimize our turnovers so that we can keep ourselves in this basketball game. They've already beat Pierce, who we struggled with. They match up better, closer rival. We've struggled with Pierce, and they've beat Pierce. So, again, it's kind of matchups, and you kind of see, what your team likes to do or has had success doing in the past.
Coach, obviously we appreciate the time for you to come on the pregame show. Best of luck tonight.
All right, thank you. Go Huskies.
Head coach for the Pillager Huskies, that being Jim Benson, joining us here on the pregame show as the Gobblers take on the Pillager Huskies tonight. Pillager now sitting at 2-4 on the season as they take on the Aitkin Gobblers tonight. We'll take a break. More at the pregame show, including our sit-down conversation with coach for the Aitkin Gobblers, that being Coach Scott Stanfield, coming up here as you're tuning into Aitkin Gobbler basketball here on yourliveevent.com.
If your vehicle has an unfortunate mishap, you want the best in quality bodywork. You need to take it to Aitkin Body Shop. They can handle any collision or auto glass repair, and they have a state-of-the-art facility and technology. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Visit them at 421 North Minnesota Avenue. Towing services also available. Give them a call at 218-927-2883. Remember the name that stands for quality and trust. That's Aitkin Body Shop, providing exceptional auto body collision and paint repair since 1974.
It's been more than just a family tradition since 1938. Purchasing a new Ford car, truck, or pre-owned vehicle from Aitkin Motors. Family owned and operated. Aitkin Motors offers you a stress-free car shopping experience. Need an oil change? New tires? Check out the low-price tire guarantee. Aitkin Motors has a full service department with factory-trained Ford technicians. For hours, appointments, and vehicle inventory, visit AitkinMotorsCO.com.
We are ISD1.
We are ISD1.
We are ISD1.
We are ISD1.
My favorite teacher is Mr. Dustin Richters.
Favorite teacher is Mr. Miller.
Mr. Googe is my favorite teacher.
Definitely Miss Grader.
Definitely Miss Grader in class biology.
Mr. May.
Right now is psychology. Mr. Smith's my favorite teacher.
Mr. May's science class.
Any art class.
Mr. May in my ornithology class.
We always practice good sportsmanship and respect.
Go Gobblers.
Go All-Stars.
My roots run deep. I dream of a world where planting a seed can bring forth the food and knowledge our world needs right now. The field is my classroom, and I have the power to make a difference. I am going to feed the world someday.
Welcome back to the pregame show here tonight on KKIN AM The Gobbler, as well as YourLiveEvent.com. Your Aitkin Gobblers taking on the Pillager Huskies tonight in a Section 7-2A matchup as we welcome in head coach for your Aitkin Gobblers, Scott Stanfield, joins us here. Coach, as always, thanks again to take time to speak with us.
Yes, sir.
As we look here, of course, with the matchup against the Huskies here tonight, but of course your team coming off now the back end of a back-to-back. Thursday night took the trip up to Cloquet. Unfortunately fell by the score of 67-48. 3 consecutive wins for your team, goes by the wayside. But, looking back at that contest too, Coach, what ultimately were some things that you took away as, unfortunately unable to get the win on Thursday?
Yeah, I loved we really competed hard. The problem with Cloquet, they're a 3A school, and they're probably double our size school population. So we knew it was going to be a physical game because every step you go up, in class, it tends to be more physical, and that's what happened last night. They had, super, really strong kids, especially on the perimeter, and we just couldn't match their physicalness. I mean, they just pushed us wherever they wanted us, and we fought like heck, but they just kind of wear you down and lean on you, and that's what happened last night. I thought we played fairly well. It was a 9-point game, halfway through the second half, so we had our chances, but just a couple mistakes and them just pounding us, inside and on drives with their bigger guards really took control. So we'll be ready tonight, and we'll adjust to what Pillager does, and it'll be it's good to be home. Going up to Cloquet was kind of a different environment, and the kids, it was just a different night. But I was glad with the way that we played. There's no lack of effort, that's for sure. It was just a matter of they were just a more physical, bigger team.
Coach, obviously, too, of getting a little bit of a break with the holidays, then coming back as well with the game on Thursday. Weather had a little bit of a change in the schedule, too. But now you get into the month of January, too. We were talking before the interview, playing multiple times a day, and not multiple times a day, but multiple times a week. It feels like sometimes it could be multiple times a day, but now you get into this part of the schedule too with the new year, January going into February as well. You're playing, it just seems like almost every other day too. How do you keep up the, obviously the conditioning and the competitive stamina here for your team going into this part of the schedule?
Yeah, I think you got to be smart. We'll cut practice time down a little bit, keep kids fresh, try to rotate kids in and out. And to be honest with you, we played back-to-back in the holiday tournament and then didn't play for a week. So it's nice. It'll be nice to get into a pattern where you're playing at least 2 times a week, and like you said, sometimes 3, because that's kind of the way the basketball is season's meant to go. You kind of get into a pattern. You get into practice time and then game, and you prepare, and that long week off. And it was a long week for our kids, and we started sluggish last night, so it'll be good to get into that pattern. I like mid-January to mid-February. I really like that part of the season. I think that's when you got to be playing your best, and I think a lot of seasons are made or lost during that time period, kind of the dog days of the season, and we want to be strong at that point, and I think we will be.
Coach, look at the matchup. You have the Huskies again tonight. They're a team that's seen a lot of success against your team in recent years. Last year, they took a 20-point win against your team, too. But now this go-around, too, they're a team that's looking for, a player or two to step up in their favor. What are you looking at with this matchup against the Huskies tonight?
Yeah, well, one thing that Pillager will do, their kids will play hard. They're a scrappy bunch. They'll press you and put pressure on you and try to get out and run a little bit. They're always aggressive defensively. They're coached real well. I think Benson does a really good job over there, gets the most out of his kids, and yeah, we'll have to be ready. I mean, they're going to come after us. We know that, I think they got some kids that could be handfuls for us. I think the Schaefer kid and the Miller kid are pretty good players, and then I forget his name, but number 10, a 6'4" post is just watching him. I think he can be give teams problems. So we'll have to match up and just account for those guys and do what we do.
Coach, as always, we appreciate the time. Hopefully we're talking to you after the game as well about a win tonight.
Okay, sounds good, Paul. We'll try.
Head coach for the Aitkin Gobblers, Scott Stanfield, joining us here on the pregame show. The Gobblers looking to improve their Section 7 2A record to 3-1 as they take on the Pillager Huskies here this evening. Pillager looking for their first win in the section tonight. They sit at 2-4 overall, 0-2 in Section 7 2A. The Gobblers take on the Pillager Huskies here tonight on yourliveevent.com. Friendly reminder once again for those that are tuning in the video stream and maybe wondering, hey, where's the radio side of things? Unfortunately, due to some technical difficulties, we are just going to be video here tonight as well. So if you can do your part tonight in helping spread the word a little bit, that would be as much helpful as possible. Again, go to yourliveevent.com, find the Aitkin Gobblers logo, and then you'll find tonight's broadcast as the Gobblers take on the Pillager Huskies. Take a break here on the pregame show. Opening tip coming your way, the First Western Bank and Trust first tip as we are inching closer on the Shingle Decker Concrete and Construction scoreboard. Gobblers take on the Pillager Huskies tonight here on yourliveevent.com.
From all of us at Enbridge, thank you.
Thank you.
Miigwech, and thank you for working on Line 3 replacement.
Thank you to everyone who supported this project.
Construction is complete on a new and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day. And it's done thanks to the support and hard work of thousands of people. I'm grateful for every single voice of support and every hour of labor put into this project. Thank you.
I'm dreaming of a world where thinkers and doers collide, where technology creates pathways for new opportunities and ideas. I want to ask questions and shape the answers that lead to real and meaningful advancements in this digital era. I'm going to innovate the world someday.
JT Station in Fertile carries a variety of items that are sure to meet your needs, and you should stop in today. They sell hot stuff foods, frozen foods, selected groceries, household products, and much more. The Hot Stuff Foods and Deli will provide you with a fresh, quick, and easy breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and they also offer some of the best car services in town. They're open 6 a.m. until 9:30 p.m. daily. It's JT Station in Fertile.
We're Jim and Bernie Berkemeyer, and we're inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Escape the Minnesota winter, March 10th through 19th, as we become immersed in Hawaiian culture and take in the breathtaking views of Oahu, Kauai, and Maui. Enjoy a balance of scheduled must-see attractions and free time to relax in paradise. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ, for more information.
Riverwood Healthcare Center in Aitkin provides total joint care for shoulders, elbows, hips, knees, hands, and wrists. Our team of highly skilled orthopedic surgeons use innovative procedures to increase mobility and reduce pain. Get back to the activities you enjoy. Learn more at riverwoodhealthcare.org. Riverwood Healthcare, your trusted leader for orthopedics and sports medicine.
I'm dreaming of a world where everyone has the opportunity for education. Where classrooms are not only a place to learn, but to make an impact. I will help the next generation of game changers and difference makers. I am going to teach the world someday.
We are ISD 1.
We are ISD 1.
We are ISD 1.
We are ISD 1.
Mr. May's ornithology class.
My last 6 years on the Aitkin All-Stars.
Going to Rumble on the Red wrestling tournament.
It's going to the state tournament last year for wrestling.
Making one of those last-minute shots against Crosby. Going to state my 10th grade year for wrestling.
The Virginia tournament during basketball.
My chemistry class last year.
I would say the Virginia tournament.
Going to state my freshman year for dance.
Being able to participate in multiple sports teams.
We always practice good sportsmanship and respect.
Go Gobblers. Go All-Stars.
I'm dreaming of a world where the crack of a bat is not just a hobby, but a lifestyle. Where I can build upon long traditions from the ground up. I want to work in an industry where all people can make their own field of dreams become reality. I'm going to elevate the world of sports someday.
Welcome back here this evening to YourLiveEvent.com. Coming to you from Aitkin High School as the Aitkin Gobblers take on the Pillager Huskies this evening. Paul Vold joined alongside Jeremy Jansen here tonight. And certainly quite the matchup here. This is going to be a great matchup. Any indication how the JV game went, Jeremy? We're going to be in for a solid one tonight.
100%. Tightly contested both ends of the court. Low scoring, even an overtime game on the JV. I don't think either team broke 40 points, so should be a fun one here tonight.
Should be a good one here as we get closer towards that first tip from First Western Bank and Trust. With First Western Bank and Trust, we're not just here for you, we are you. With locations in Baxter, Nisswa, and Cross Lake. Starting first, the visiting team on the scoreboard tonight for the Pillager Huskies. Their starting lineup goes like this. Number 10 is Christian Hoagie, a sophomore forward at 6'4". Number 23 is a freshman forward at 6'3", Gabriel Parrish. Number 24 is a 5'11" guard and a junior, Eli Miller. Number 25 is a 6'2" junior guard in Parker Schaefer. And number 32 is a 5'10" guard and the sophomore, Caden Imdek for the Pillager Huskies. Head coach is Jim Benson, assisted by Chris Barrett and Jacob Russell. Now for the Aitkin Gobblers this evening, their starting lineup will go like this. Number 0 is a senior point guard at 5'11" and Eli Christie. Number 1 is a senior point guard at 5'7" and Tanner Nissen. Number 3 is a 5'10" junior shooting guard and Braden Smith. Number 15 is a senior shooting forward at 6'3" in Alex Palm. Number 33 is a senior forward at 6'2" in Nathan Price. Head coach for the Aitkin Gobblers is Scott Stanfield, assisted by Greg Hills, Ben Schwartz, and Daryl Smith. Gobblers tonight in the home black uniforms, Aitkin in white with black red trim around around the letters, while the Gobblers in, of course, with the red numbers and white trim as well. The Pillager Huskies going with the road whites. Pillager across the chest in maroon, trimmed in gold, while the numbers are gold in maroon trim. Just about ready here for the opening tip as well. Again, for those that are tuning in here tonight, wondering about what's going on, for those that are wondering, unfortunately, due to some technical difficulties outside my control, technology wants to work when it wants to. We will not be broadcasting on the Gobbler, KKIN AM 930, FM 103.1. If you aren't in attendance tonight, please let people know as well. You can tune in at YourLiveEvent.com. First of 2 broadcasts here as we go into the weekend for Aitkin Gobbler basketball this weekend. The opening tip won and controlled by the Pillager Huskies. It'll be taken across half court now by Eli Miller. Starting off with the basketball to the top of the right side now for number 23 and Gabriel Parrish. Step back jumper on the way from the free throw line. No good. Loose rebound. Parrish gets the rebound, but a foul called underneath the basket. It looks like, I think that might get Hoagie as he was trying to reach over Price for a rebound. 17:47, yes, it'll go against Hoagie. Hoagie will get his first foul of the night. Gobblers get the basketball as Braden Smith will trigger the inbound. Pressure defense up in front now for the Gobblers as they defend here, as they now bring it across half court. Eli Christie, him and Alex Palm went for 14 in the loss on Thursday against the likes of Cloquet. As runner in the lane, loose, picked up now by Braden Smith after his initial shot missed. hesitates just outside the paint. Bouncer on the way. Now picked back up by the Gobblers once again. Price out to Braden Smith. Good rebound from Tanner Nissen. Deep three from Braden Smith is good. Gobblers open up the scoring at 3-0 with a Braden Smith three from deep range. Loose ball. It is going to be last touch by the Gobblers and going out of bounds. Husky basketball with 17-10 to go in this first half. Cross half court, now looking to the left side, runner in the lane and a reach. Looks like just behind on the play there was Tanner Nissen reaching in on number 25, Parker Schaefer, who led scoring with 18 points in the win against New York Mills on Thursday night for the Pillager Huskies. Jumper off the inbound, no good. Rebound down to Eli Christie. Tanner Nissen will take it himself across the timeline. Works it left side now, out on the wing, back to the top of the key now. Swinging it around to Braden Smith. Three on the way, deep outside, it's good. Back-to-back threes for Braden Smith. Makes it a 6-0 start for Aitkin.
Correction on that first foul, Paul. They got Palm for that. I don't
Gotcha.
understand that, but
Palm will be assessed a foul. Three on the way is no good. Loose rebound picked up by number 23, Parrish. He will get whacked on the arm, down on the floor. Parrish will get a board, and I believe Tanner Nissen, I'll go to number 3, Braden Smith, will get the foul called against him. 2 fouls for Aitkin, 1 for Pillager with 16:31 to go in the opening half as the jumper off the left side short of the mark on the 3 from Eli Miller. Gobblers get the loose ball from Tanner Nissen. Cross half court now, working it left side. Back up top now from Nissen from Eli Christie, I should say. Swing it around back now to Alex Palm. Into the right corner for Braden Smith, being defended by number 1. That's Brayton Kegel off the bench. Palm from the right corner, back up top down to Price. Feed pass inside, stolen away by the Pillager Huskies across half court. Schaefer to Eli Miller. Now we get it to Caden Imdek. Imdek now back up top to the left side over to number 1 and Brayton Kegel. Kegel swings the pass over to 25 and Parker Schaefer. Fed inside, going to go up with the right hand, up and under, and nice finish from Christian Hoagie with his first points of the night. Cuts the lead down to 6-2 in favor of the Aitkin Gobblers. The Eli Christie taking his time as he checks his way across the midcourt line. At the top of the circle, ball loose out on the floor, picked up by Brayton Kegel. Kegel over to Hoagie on the right side. Now high pass in the lane. Throws up a runner. Does Miller. No good. A loose rebound by the Huskies. Imdek misses the shot, but the rebound down to the likes of Braden Smith across half court now. Smith swings it over left side. Now back to the top of the circle for Eli Christie. To Price. Now gets it over to Smith in the left corner and picks up his dribble from the left elbow extended. Dishes it out to Christie out in the right corner. Works up against number 24 and Eli Miller. Back out to Smith. Pressure on him and a travel called against Braden Smith. And that's going to give the ball back to the Pillager Huskies as we'll see action off the bench on both sides. It's like Brecken Williams checking in. And also seeing number 44, Justin Anderson, the 6'1" sophomore, wearing number 44 for the Huskies, checks in for the first time tonight. Eli Miller back up top, swings it around now. Schaefer into Anderson's hands in the left corner. Skip pass back to Eli Miller. Drives from the left elbow, up with left-handed shot. No good. Rebound put back and a foul called as Schaefer will head his way to the line for looks like a pair of free throws. With 14:35 to go here in this first half. Gobblers up 6-2. Price will be called for a foul, his first of the night. Team's third of the half so far. First free throw up and on its way. Good. 6-3 now the score. Parker Schaefer with his first points of the night. Again, led the way against New York Mills with 18 last night. Second free throw is good, and that's the pair. It's a 6-4 lead now for the Gobblers. Braden Smith will inbound on that pressure D in the front court, in the back court, I should say. Now bringing it up will be Eli Christie as he inches his way across half court. Brecken Williams, top of the right side, gets a screen from Palm, drives away from the elbow. Now back up top now for Price. Price dish a pass out to the left side, looking for Eli Christie. Looks to drive from the baseline, kicks it back out now to Palm. Up top for Brecken Williams. Williams off the bench now to Braden Smith, deep three, right side, good. All 9 points from the locker room into the bottom of the net for Braden Smith.
It's a long three. All three of them have been very deep.
About the length of Braden Smith from the free throw line extended out. As it'll be feed pass inside. Hoagie with a right-handed shot. Finishes it strong as well when you've got the size of Christian Hoagie at 6'4", going up against, of course, the likes of Aitkin, their tallest player being, of course, Isaac Osmond's on the bench right now, but actively on the floor at 6'1". At the highs is Eli Christie's three-pointer, no good. Rebound down to Schaefer, gives it up to Hoagie, as Hoagie gets the rebound and also gets the advantage, of course, with that size, even on those stretch plays inside to him. Schaefer looking for a pass to Eli Miller. Now back to Schaefer, top of the right side, into the corner for Justin Anderson. Stops, pops a shot, blocked halfway up by Eli Christie. A lot of contact, but nothing called. Gobblers will keep the basketball as Christie coming out from the student section and blocking the shot out of the air.
He missed the steal on the way by and hustled back and got the block coming back the other way.
Anderson was looking for a call, maybe thought a little extra contact, but nonetheless, Gobblers get the basketball back, up 9-6 with 13:10 to play in this first half. We'll see Braden Smith across half court now with Brayton Kegel playing in his hip pocket. Now to Brecken Williams, gets a screen from Palm for the top of the key. Feed pass inside, Palm up with the right hand, lays it up and in for two. Nice feed from Brecken Williams inside to make it 11-6 in favor of Aitkin here with 12:50 to go in this first half. Coming up the other way now, Schaefer swings the pass out now into the right corner. We're looking to hand it off in the right corner. Now to Eli Miller from the left elbow extended. Turnaround shot, left hand, no good. Rebound down to, looks like Eli Christie as he'll give it up to Brecken Williams across half court. Surveys through, looking to set up the play. Now gets it over to Nathan Price. Price hands it off now to the likes of Braden Smith, and a foul called just outside the paint as it'll go against Pillager. It'll be the second team foul to number 23, Gabriel Parrish. That'll be his first, team second. Hoagie with the other foul for the Pillager Huskies. 12:20 to go in the first half. Into the right corner off the inbound to Brecken Williams. Williams dishes it back out now from the free throw line. Magic Man with right-handed shot, no good. Eli Christie gets his own rebound through a sea of white. Loses the handles. Eli Miller with a full head of steam from the left elbow. Euro step through the lane, no good. Put back from Hoagie is good.
6 points for Hoagie on the night.
6 of the 8 points scored by Pillager have gone to the way of Hoagie with under 12 to go in half number 1. On YourLiveEvent.com, Pillager Huskies taking on the Aitkin Gobblers Section 7 2A matchup. And a fast one to start off. Eli Miller outside the lane. Shot up and off the rim. Takes a wild bounce in the hands of Gabriel Parrish as he'll give it up to Eli Miller. Parker Schaefer will bring it across the timeline for the Huskies. Through the lane, Miller, a left-handed floater, no good, halfway down. Hoagie tries to get a rebound. Actually, that was number 23, Parrish, but the Huskies maintain possession. Schaefer, left side, three-pointer, no good. Hoagie with a rebound through the lane. Up with a right-handed bank shot, ain't good. 8 of the 10 points now belong to Hoagie. 11-10, the Gobblers lead. Eli Christie, loose ball handling stolen away by Miller across half court. Huskies will reestablish themselves in the front court. Kegel fed inside to Hoagie. Shot too strong, but a foul on the way to the rack. 11 minutes ago, Gobblers foul Christian Hoagie as he'll head his way to the free throw line. 4th team foul already in this first half. This one will be assessed to Eli Christie, his first. First free throw coming up from Christian Hoagie on its way, and good. We're tied at 11. Christian Hoagie on the season averaging 14 and a half, just under 15 points, just over 12 rebounds and 2 assists a game. Tied at 11, I should say we are, as the second free throw on its way as Andrew Martinson in for the Gobblers, and the Huskies take the first lead of the night for them, up 12-11. Gobblers got out to a 6-0 start as Andrew Martinson off the bench looks to make an impact as well to Braden Smith off the initial inbound as the Gobblers try to get it across half court. Brayton Kegel, great defense against Braden Smith as well, now playing more than a few inches away from him as it's 10:47 to go. Brecken Williams flashes a pass back out to Nathan Price. Now to Alex Palm, top of the right side, looks to drive. Dishes it out, right corner now. Martinson at the top of the wing. Now gets it over to Braden Smith, top of the circle from the free throw line. Steps in, back out. Brecken Williams driving in, and he's fouled on his way onto the floor. It's going to stay on the floor. No continuation for Brecken Williams, as it will be assessed to Pillager, their third foul of the half. This one goes to number 44 in Justin Anderson in this first half. Gobblers up 12-11, Gobblers trailing 12-11 as they inbound to the left of the basket with Brecken Williams on that left side. Inbound, Nathan Price just outside the paint. Back out to Andrew Martinson, feeds it inside, almost stolen away. It's going to be last touch by Alex Palm. It's going to be turned over by the Gobblers.
Fifth turnover for the Gobblers thus far. Only one for the Pillager Huskies.
12-11 the score, 10:18 to go in this first half. Gobblers trailing Pillager for the first time tonight. Hoagie, right-handed shot, banks it off the backboard. No good. Loose rebound. Palm comes out with it to Martinson, who gives it up to Brecken Williams across half court now. He'll go across the timeline. Loose ball handling, but regains Alex Palm at the top of the circle now from the free throw line. Dishes out. Nathan Price, right side. Jumper is halfway down, kicks back out. Palm back to Price for a deep two. No good. Martinson spins it up and in, lays it good for two. Good spin on the ball from Andrew Martinson and a good secondary rebound from Alex Palm to create that offensive opportunity for Aitkin as they now lead 13-12, 9.5 to go in the first half, even after a late start with that exciting JV contest going to the way of the Pillager Huskies. But the Gobblers look to split the difference here tonight. Brayton Kegel's jumper from the right corner, no good. Rebound tipped out of the air. Schaefer gets steps on a Gobbler, but it will be a foul called on the floor and continuation and, two free throws coming up for Parker Schaefer. And this one will go against Nathan Price. It'll be his for a second, actually. Two for Price as Andrew Martinson got stepped on as Schaefer was heading his way to the basket for that layup. As the first free throw from Schaefer is good. We're tied at 13.
Sixth free throw attempt upcoming here for Pillager. 5 of 5 currently.
Parrish and Miller check in for the Huskies as we'll see Kriegel and also Anderson checking out. As second free throw is good for Schaefer. Now 4 of 4 at the line.
6 of 6 from the line.
Wow.
Gobblers have yet to see a free throw attempt.
Inbound to Andrew Martinson. Braden Smith comes up with it as he comes across half court now with a handle of the basketball. Gobblers trail 14-13. At the top of the circle now for Brecken Williams. Looks for a pass left side. Now he will go to Eli Christie. Christie with a handle of the ball now to Braden Smith, looking for some room to work with. At the top of the circle to Martinson, right side for Christie. Christie gets a screen from Martinson, and we get a push. And it'll stay on the floor here right in front of the Husky bench. This will go against the Pillager Huskies, number 32, in Caden Imdek, right in front of Coach Jim Benson. Again, a big thank you to Coach Benson for talking to us in the pregame show as well. Always good talk, too. And I'm pulling out any of the stops tonight, going with the nice Pillager Husky colored Air Jordan shoes as well. All right. Go along with the Husky turtleneck as well. Nice combo from Coach Benson nonetheless. Martinson for a three-pointer, banks it, will not go, banks it and will not go in as it lands in the hands of Eli Miller. Gobblers trail 14-13. Schaefer left side through the lane as we get a block call down the floor. 2 free throws coming up here for Parker Schaefer, it looks like. I'm going to give this one to Andrew Martinson. 6-team foul already with 8.5 to play. It looks like Isaac Osmus will look to check in for the Gobblers. Schaefer at the line here. On the Shingle Decker Concrete and Construction scoreboard, 14-13 the score with 8.5 to play in this first half as the first free throw is good. When you have a project calling for concrete, contact the pros at Shingle Decker Concrete and Construction, offering high-quality professional masonry and concrete services. Shingle Decker Concrete and Construction at 218-639-2374, fully licensed with free estimates. As second free throw going to be coming up here momentarily after a delay. Martinson checking out and bringing in for the first time tonight. Isaac Osmus as the free throws up and good. 8 of 8 now at the line for Pillager.
Yep.
Wow.
Schaefer's 6 points, all from the line.
16-13. The quarterback goes for the home run pass to Eli Christie. He lays it up and in for 2. Braden Smith connecting with one of his wide receivers there in Christie, and, well, get the Gobblers back down by just 1 now. 16-15 on that Shingle Decker Concrete and Construction scoreboard off the inbound. 8:13 to go. Schaefer being defended by Alex Palmer in the right corner to Christian Hoagie. Hoagie pass inside now to Eli Miller at the free throw line, dishes it out. Schaefer loses the handles, it's stripped away. Braden Smith with the hand of the ball out to the front court now. Now it's taken right back by Eli Miller. Miller stops, pops a shot outside the paint, lays it, gets it to go. 18-15 now. Gobblers do trail with 7:45 to go. Inbound right to Brecken Williams for the Gobblers. Pushes the pace the other way, loses it. It's taken away by the Huskies. Feed out to Eli Miller. Jumper on the way from Parrish, blocked halfway up. Loose ball on the floor. Miller comes out with it just inside the arc for a deep 2 off the front of the rim. No good. Gets his own rebound up and in for 2. Eli Miller steals it right away from the Gobblers as we get a stoppage here and a timeout taken by the Pillager Huskies. We'll take a timeout as well. Gobblers trail 20-15 on the Shingle Decker Concrete and Construction scoreboard with 7:25 to play in this first half on YourLiveEvent.com.
From all of us at Enbridge, thank you.
Thank you.
Miigwech, and thank you for working on Line 3 replacement.
Thank you to everyone who supported this project.
Construction is complete on a new and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day, and is done thanks to the support and hard work of thousands of people. I'm grateful for every single voice of support and every hour of labor put into this project. Thank you.
Welcome back here on YourLiveEvent.com. 20-15, largest lead of the night for the Pillager Huskies over the Aitkin Gobblers on the Shingle Decker Concrete and Construction scoreboard. Jeremy, taking a look here, of course, 2 big things. Pillager's converting at the free throw line. Gobblers have a lot of turnovers to start off.
Yeah, 7 turnovers for the Gobblers, just 2 for Pillager Huskies. Rebounds equal 9 apiece. But the big difference, Pillager's been able to get to the line and convert, 8 of 8, from the free throw line.
16 fouls in the first half for Aitkin, just 4 for Pillager. And the Gobblers keeping it close, down just by 20-15 as the defense from Pillager backing off here momentarily with 7:22 to go. Tanner Nissen checking in after the timeout by the Huskies, and Coach Jim Benson, this one will go against Pillager on the foul against Tanner Nissen. Brayton Kegel, that'll be his first, team's 5th of the half. No player with multiple fouls for the Huskies. Nathan Price, the only one for the Gobblers on the other side with those 16 fouls. Brecken Williams takes it across half court now to establish the Gobblers in the front court, as it'll be Tanner Nissen with a handle the basketball, gets it over to Isaac Osmus at the top of the circle now inside to Alex Palm. Stops, double team on him, hesitates, get the shot up and good for the Gobblers. Good hesitation and patience from Alex Palm to wait for the defender to go. I think it was Schaefer down there against him, and he was able to get the shot to go up and in as Tanner Nissen almost steals it away from Kriegel. Eli Miller from the left elbow. Looks for a pass back outside of the perimeter. Needs to get rid of it. He does. Almost taken away from Kriegel. Go up with a right-handed shot. Short of the mark. Hoagie, as we get a foul called on the floor. 2 free throws coming up for Brayton Kriegel. He'll head his way to the free throw line. Foul called against Tanner Nissen. That'll be his first. 2 guaranteed free throws, but now puts Pillager in the bonus. 20-17 the score, 6:34 to go. First free throw is no good. First miss at the line for Pillager.
This will be the 10th free throw attempt for Pillager. Gobblers have yet to attempt one.
6:34 to go. Second free throw from Brayton Kriegel, the 5'6" junior. Misses the second one, and Eli Christie gets the rebound for Aitkin. will go to Brecken Williams, looking over towards Coach Stanfield at the timeline. Now brings it across half court to Eli Christie. Christie outside the paint, lays up the scoop shot, fouled on his way to the rack, and he will get 2 free throws, as it'll be the second foul of the night for Christian Hoagie, as he was the one in that area. It will be his second foul for Hoagie. Team's 6 as Eli Christie at the line for 2 guaranteed free throws. 20-17, Gobblers trail, now make it 20-18. Hoagie checks out. It'll be Justin Anderson back in for the Pillager Huskies. Second free throw is good, as the Gobblers now trail by 1 and 20-19. We'll see Andrew Martinson back in for Isaac Osmus, as the Gobblers, with 6:19 to go in the first half, trail by 1 at 20-19. Caden Indeck across half court now gets it to Eli Miller, top of the left side, right in front of coach's side of the bench for the Gobblers. Almost a travel. Kriegel with the handle of it at the top of the circle for the Huskies. Looks for a pass to the right side, flashes a pass now to Eli Miller at the free throw line, and a timeout taken by Pillager real quick. Just a quick timeout on the floor to preserve the possession for the Pillager Huskies, as it's 5:59 to play here in this first half in the Shingle Decker Concrete and Construction scoreboard here from Aitkin High School. The Gobblers trailing by 1, 20-19, 5:59 to go here in this first half. Good attendance and a crowd here tonight as well. Again, first of 2 broadcasts here as we close out the week, going into the weekend as well here on YourLiveEvent.com. Aitkin Gobbler girls take it on 2 Harbors tomorrow.
Yep.
Which should provide to be a good matchup for the Gobblers, fresh off the holiday season. Of course, their game earlier this week, unfortunately, was snowed out. Once again, unfortunately.
Yeah, weather again. Girls have lost a couple games. I don't know that the boys have lost a game this year, have they?
It doesn't seem to my recollection, no. But again, all those games getting rescheduled. The game against Barnum that was supposed to be earlier this week. I believe they're playing it on the 16th. But that's going to be at Barnum, unfortunately. Timeout by the Huskies, their second of the half as well. It'll be back to the Huskies side with 5:55 to go here, up 20-19. Loose ball as it goes right between the hands of number 23, Gabe Parrish, into the hands of the Gobblers, with Tanner Nissen bringing it across half court. Right side for the likes of Eli Christie. Shot from the free throw line, no good. Long rebound down to Parker Schaefer. Thought about just heaving it and letting it go, but decides to hang on as he'll take it the other way. Jumper for the right side, no good. Fight for the rebound. It's going to be touched by Parrish and kept alive to Kriegel. To Eli Miller. Throws up a wild shot through the middle, and last touch by the Huskies. He'll go back to Aitkin. 5:23 to go in the first half. Gobblers trailing 20-19. Trailed by as much as 5 here in this first half. Gobblers get a reprieve there as Nissen and Martinson were thinking the other guy was going to catch it. It goes off Martinson's foot and right into the hands of Tanner Nissen as the Gobblers establish themselves in the front court. Andrew Martinson to the top of the circle, right side now, gets a pass to Tanner Nissen. Free throw line, jumper on the way from Nissen, no good, off the back of the iron and into the hands of Brayton Kriegel. Eli Miller stretches it out now to Parker Schaefer. Schaefer from the left side at the perimeter. Feed pass inside, last touch by Eli Christie as he keeps it alive for Aitkin. To Tanner Nissen after a pass from Braden Smith. To the front court, hands it off to Alex Palm from the left elbow. Loses the handle in the paint as the Gobblers give it right back to Pillager, trailing by 1 to the Gobblers, 20-19 with 4.5 to go in the first half. Skip pass over to Eli Miller into the right corner from Justin Anderson. Anderson looks for a pass inside. He will to Gabe Parrish just outside the paint. Up and under, a backward shot as he's fouled on his way. Wasn't even looking to where the ball was going to go, but 2 free throws coming up here for, looks like, number 23, Gabe Parrish, and it'll be Andrew Martinson's second foul of the night and team's 8th in this first half. (20-19) the score. Now make it 21-19 the score. 4:23 to go. First points in the night for Gabe Parrish as we get mass substitutions on each side. Martinson out, Osmus in for the Gobblers. Christian Hoagie in, Schaefer out for the Huskies. Second free throw for Gabe Parrish, the 6'3" guard. Forward, I should say. 10 points, 6.5 rebounds. Misses the free throw as Brayton Smith came out with it, lost it, but then regains it. As the Gobblers will try to get something going down by 2, I should say, at 21-19. As Alex Palm with the handle of the basketball, now to Brecken Williams out on the right wing. Directs traffic, looks for a pass to penetrate through the perimeter. He'll take it himself. Wild shot is up. No, will not go, as it will be a foul called on the floor. Despite taking a whack in the act of shooting, it'll be no continuation. 1-1. So we'll head to the line regardless. Foul called against Brayton Kriegel. It'll be his second, team 7th as well. So the Gobblers will head to the line. 21-19 the score. Gobblers at the line for the first time tonight.
Second time, yep.
Gotcha.
Third attempt.
First free throw on the front end of the 1-1, no good. Tipped out of the air. Gobblers regain it as Eli Christie on the positive end of that front end of the 1-1 that did not convert. Brecken Williams at the line. Picks it back out now to Palm. Back to Eli Christie, top of the circle. Looks left side now to Brayton Smith. Smith started the game with back-to-back three-pointers, has been held quiet since. Inside to Isaac Osmus. Big frame on him off the back of the iron. No good. Gets the rebound after a couple bounces around. Basket will not go, as it wasn't going to be waved off anyway. As we'll get another 1-1. Isaac Osmus takes a couple of bodies in the process. 8th team foul. First one of the night for Parker Schaefer. And boy, if that basket did go, but they were going to wave it off anyway, there would have been a wide range of emotions from the near side of the grandstand here tonight.
I think so.
Schaefer with his first foul of the night for Pillager. 8th of the half is front end of the 1-1 good for Isaac Osmus. Gobblers trail 21-20. 3.5 to go in the first half. Second free throw, no good. Putback is up and in for Eli Christie. Body positioning does count as Isaac Osmus missed the free throw, but the putback immediately from Eli Christie has the Gobblers up. 22-21, loses the ball on the floor. Eli Christie out in the front court. 1-on-2, loses it, but it will be last touched by the Huskies, the official is going to say, and it will stay with the Aitkin Gobblers.
7th rebound for Eli tonight on that putback.
All over the place for Eli Christie. 7 rebounds, 6 points as well here in this first half of action as well. As it will be last touch for the Huskies. It will stay with Aitkin. No, they're going to give it to Pillager apparently. The official right in front of the Pillager bench initially signaled Aitkin ball, but then switched the other direction. We'll give it right back to the Pillager Huskies. 3:13 to go. Gobblers up 22-21. Back up top now, looking towards that left side is a Parker Schaefer with the handle of the basketball off the bench. From the left elbow extended, lays it up and leaves it short as Isaac Osmus using that 6'8" frame of his to get the ball back into his hands as Gobblers will now bring it up across half court with Brecken Williams at the top of the circle at that midcourt stripe. Gets it over to Isaac Osmus. Him and Hoagie going one-on-one, but as it goes right into Alex Palm, that'll be a foul called against Anderson, it looks like. That'll be his second. 1-1 once again here is Alex Palm at the line. Both teams now in the bonus. 9 team fouls for Pillager, just 8 for Aitkin. To start off well in the favor of Aitkin in that category. Front end of the 1-1 for Palm, no good. Rebound down to Hoagie. Schaefer to the front court for Caden Imdek. Now to the top of the circle for Schaefer. Picks up the dribble. Now gets it to Hoagie inside the free throw circle. Banks it. And Osmus with a rebound. Isaac Osmus having a nice last few minutes of this first half for the Gobblers. Brayton Smith inside for Osmus. 2-on-1. Back out. Williams for 3 straight on. Good. Brecken Williams. 20
ball movement on that play there.
Solid effort. Fed inside to Osmus. Dished it right back out to Brecken Williams. Gobblers up 4 at 25-21. Inside Anderson. And a foul called on the floor. Get another 1-1 coming up here. Believe this one will go against Isaac Osmus. Couple of bodies in there. Isaac will get his first of the night. 9th foul of the half for the Gobblers. That'll be a 1-and-1. 2:02 to play here in the first half.
13th free throw attempt for Pillager.
Front end of the free throw, no good. Loose ball out on the floor here as it's going to be Braden Smith with the basketball throwing it off the body as they're going to call Gobbler basketball. Braden Smith down on the floor, threw it off a Pillager body, and then we'll get it to go across. Stretching it out here for Eli Christie once again. Smith lays it up and in. Basket counts, and he is fouled on his way to the basket once again. Gobblers will get the and one free throw from Eli Christie. Front end of the and one free throw is up and good. 28-21, timeout taken by the Gobblers. Gobblers up 28-21, 1:54 to go here in the first half here on YourLiveEvent.com.
I'm dreaming of a world where thinkers and doers collide. Where technology creates pathways for new opportunities and ideas. I want to ask questions and shape the answers that lead to real and meaningful advancements in this digital era. I'm going to innovate the world someday.
Welcome back here on YourLiveEvent.com as the Aitkin Gobblers 28-21. The current score here on YourLiveEvent.com. Gobblers on a 13-1 run, Jeremy?
13-1 run,
wow.
Yeah. We were down 20 out of 15. And rebounding the ball a little better, cut down on the turnovers, and here they go with the 13-1 run.
Gobblers up 28-21, just under 2 to play here in the first half. Halftime score on KKI and FM Real Country 94-3. Ugly one as Southridge on top of McGregor boys basketball. 46-7 at the half as well. Other contests tonight as well on the airwaves does include Verndale at Pine River Backus tonight. That on Talk 100 KLKS and also on YourLiveEvent.com. Gobblers 13-1 run here in this first half. Of course, after being down as much as 5. Minute 43 to go. Gobblers steal it away. Eli Christie inside. Now back out to Alex Palmer at the top of the circle. To Braden Smith straight on to hold on. The three. Runner in the lane. Gets it off the backboard. Isaac Osmond's trying to get a putback. Gobblers get it right back with Brecken Williams. Inside the paint. Looks for a pass back out. Braden Smith left alone. 3 on the right wing. Good. It's a double-digit lead at 31-21 for Braden Smith. Now with 12 points in the first half, 15-1 run for the Gobblers with 1:10 to play in the first half. Pillager looking for something on the offensive end. To Parker Schaefer, shot left short. Isaac Osmus. Nice second part of this first half for Osmus as under a minute to go. Gobblers up 31-21. Eli Christie to Braden Smith, who just knocked down that three-pointer to get us to a 10-point lead for the Gobblers. Swings it back out now to Eli Christie, runner in the lane, off the backboard, no good. Rebounded down to Christian Hoagie. Hoagie will give it up to Imdek across half court. Looks it over to the right side. Runner in the lane for Imdek, high off the backboard, and literally hits the top of that backboard and kicks out. A little too much loft on the floater there.
Isaac Osmus came close the distance zone, got that big 6'8" arm in the air and altered that shot there.
30 seconds ago, Gobblers will most likely try and hold for the final shot of the half. To Brecken Williams at the midcourt stripe, right side now for Braden Smith. 31-21. Gobblers with the advantage to Eli Christie. Looks at the clock, 15 to go here in the first half. Christie, left side for Braden Smith. Flashes a run for Christie, but decides to hold on to it. To Palm. 9 seconds ago to Brecken Williams. Right side for Eli Christie. 5 on the clock. Looking towards the inside. Stolen away by Schaefer as it's just going to be thrown away. Gobblers will take the lead at the half at 31-21. Gobblers close off a big first half, 15-1 run to close off the first half with a 10-point lead. Take a break here on YourLiveEvent.com. Take a look here with our out-of-town scoreboard. First half numbers and more coming your way. Gobblers up 31-21 against Pillager on YourLiveEvent.com.
Carries a variety of items that are sure to meet your needs, and you should stop in today. They sell hot stuff foods, frozen foods, selected groceries, household products, and much more. The Hot Stuff Foods and Deli will provide you with a fresh, quick, and easy breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and they also offer some of the best car services in town. They're open 6 a.m. until 9:30 p.m. daily. It's JT Station in Fertile.
We're Jim and Bernie Berkemeyer, and we're inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Escape the Minnesota winter, March 10th through 19th, as we become immersed in Hawaiian culture and take in the breathtaking views of Oahu, Kauai, and Maui. Enjoy a balance of scheduled must-see attractions and free time to relax in paradise. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ, for more information.
Riverwood Healthcare Center in Aitkin provides total joint care for shoulders, elbows, hips, knees, hands, and wrists. Our team of highly skilled orthopedic surgeons use innovative procedures to increase mobility and reduce pain. Get back to the activities you enjoy. Learn more at riverwoodhealthcare.org. Riverwood Healthcare, your trusted leader for orthopedics and sports medicine.
I'm dreaming of a world where everyone has the opportunity for education. Where classrooms are not only a place to learn, but to make an impact. I will help the next generation of game changers and difference makers. I am going to teach the world someday.
Welcome back to YourLiveEvent.com. First half in the books belonging to the Aitkin Gobblers, 31-21 against the Pillager Huskies here on YourLiveEvent.com. Paul Vold, Jeremy Jansen on the broadcast here tonight. Gobblers were at one point down 6 points, down by 5 points, I should say, at one point, 20-15, I think it was at that point. And the Gobblers then rattled off a nice 15-1, 16-1 run to close off the first half and ultimately take that halftime lead, Jeremy. And it looked a little bit slow off the gates. 10 turnovers at one point. Gobblers still have a few things to clean up in that area, but a much stronger second portion of that first half.
Yeah, before that run, they had 7 or 8 turnovers, and so they cut down on that, rebounded the ball better, ended up 17 to 13 rebounds in favor of the Gobblers. Cleaned up the play, played a little bit better defense, and it's showed on the scoreboard.
Yeah,
especially they cut down on that on the end fouls too, Paul. They didn't get the cheap fouls, and they were at the line early 8 times, and so it was good to see the Gobblers rebound from that deficit.
We're also getting a nice halftime showing as well with some of the junior high kids.
Actually, 5th and 6th graders.
5th and 6th graders, excuse me.
Yeah.
I gotta discern my ages a little bit better nonetheless. But either way, kids getting an opportunity to play in front of a big crowd. But Gobblers up 31-21 here at the halftime break with a nice run to close out the first half, like you talked about. 8 for 8 to start off for Pillager at the free throw line. Getting ahead early, fouls were decisively in front of for Aitkin as well. But then as the game did develop as well, Gobblers started to get a couple of runs, and ultimately the fouls did even out. As looking at the wide spread of fouls as well to each side, only a couple players and multiple fouls in that first half for both sides.
Yeah, that was the big thing too. Is Hoagie got a couple of their quick ones. Had to go sit down for the Huskies, and that's where we started that run, and we're able to claw back in there. And Braden Smith, 4 of 4 from behind the arc, and all of them deep threes. Shooting well. He leads the way for the Gobblers with 12. Eli Christie with 9. Palm with 4. And for the Pillager Huskies, Hoagie has 10. and Schaefer with 6. And again, all 6 of his come from the free throw line.
Not big glaring numbers from the first half, but a person that really did step up in the latter moments of that first half, Isaac Osmus off the bench, creating a lot of second chance points and, just getting that size advantage and making a different look defensively against, Pillager too.
He does a great job of altering shots. He's got big, long arms that are deflecting passes. A lot of things that don't show up on the score sheet, but ultimately did a nice job. Came in, couple rebounds, got to the free throw line, and so some big minutes there from Isaac. Could look forward to it in the second half.
Of course, on the Shingle Decker Concrete and Construction scoreboard, 31-21 in favor of Aitkin here on YourLiveEvent.com. Get a break here. Out of town scoreboard, other 2 broadcasts on the airwaves at halftime as well on Talk 100 KLKS and also on YourLiveEvent.com. It is Pine River Bacchus on top of Verndale on the boys' side, 34-13. While on KK on FM Real Country 94.3, 46-7 at the half, Southridge on the road against the McGregor boys here this evening. Get a break. More still coming up here on the halftime show. Second half still on its way. Gobblers up 31-21 here on YourLiveEvent.com.
ISD 1.
We are ISD 1.
We are ISD 1.
Mr. May's ornithology class.
My last 6 years on the Aitkin All-Stars.
Going to Rumble on the Red Wrestling Tournament.
I was going to the state tournament last year for wrestling.
Making one of those last-minute shots against Crosby. Going to state my 10th grade year for wrestling.
The Virginia tournament during basketball.
My chemistry class last year.
I would say the Virginia tournament.
Going to state my freshman year for dance.
Being able to participate in multiple sports teams.
We always practice good sportsmanship and respect. Go Gobblers. Go All-Stars.
I'm dreaming of a world where the crack of a bat is not just a hobby, but a lifestyle. Where I can build upon long traditions from the ground up. I want to work in an industry where all people can make their own field of dreams become reality. I'm going to elevate the world of sports someday.
If your vehicle has an unfortunate mishap, you want the best in quality bodywork. You need to take it to Aitkin Body Shop. They can handle any collision or auto glass repair, and they have a state-of-the-art facility and technology. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Visit them at 421 North Minnesota Avenue. Towing services also available. Give them a call at 218-927-2883. Remember the name that stands for quality and trust. That's Aitkin Body Shop, providing exceptional auto body collision and paint repair since 1974.
It's been more than...
Welcome back here on YourLiveEvent.com. Our halftime score on the Shingle Decker Concrete and Construction scoreboard has a 31-21 advantage in favor of the Aitkin Gobblers. When you have a construction project calling for concrete, contact the pros at Shingle Decker Concrete and Construction, offering high-quality professional masonry and concrete services. Shingle Decker Concrete and Construction at 218-639-2374, fully licensed and free estimates. Gobblers up at the half, especially with the late prowess that belonged to Braden Smith. Started off the game back-to-back threes, finishes the half with 12 points as well. Eli Christie, a couple of nice plays as well, catching some of those long inbound passes from, of course, Braden Smith for 9 points in the half as well. Gobblers did ultimately come back from that early deficit, trailed 20-15 at one point, then went on a 16-1 run to close out the half and lead 31-21 going into the halftime break. Gobblers do have that advantage as well. Fouls even aside, of course, going into that second half as the Gobblers will take on the Pillager Huskies here in the second half, an important Section 7 2A matchup as well as the Gobblers look to get back into the win column as well to close off the week, and especially a busy part of the schedule that's going to be coming up here for Coach Stanfield and the squad for the Aitkin Gobblers. So the Gobblers and the Huskies, one more half of basketball. It's 31-21 here on YourLiveEvent.com. We'll get a break, and then we'll get you that second half coming your way here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Since 1938, purchasing a new Ford car, truck, or pre-owned vehicle from Aitkin Motors. Family owned and operated, Aitkin Motors offers you a stress-free car shopping experience. Need an oil change? New tires? Check out the low-price tire guarantee. Aitkin Motors has a full service department with factory-trained Ford technicians. For hours, appointments, and vehicle inventory, visit AitkinMotorsCO.com.
We are ISD 1.
We are ISD 1.
We are ISD 1.
We are ISD 1.
My favorite teacher is Mr. Dustin Richters.
Favorite teacher is Mr. Miller.
Mr. Googe is my favorite teacher.
Definitely Miss Grader. Definitely Miss Grader in class biology.
Mr. May.
Right now is psychology. Mr. Smith's my favorite teacher.
Mr. May's science class.
Any art class.
Mr. May in my ornithology class.
We always practice good sportsmanship and respect.
Go Gobblers.
Go All-Stars.
My roots run deep. I dream of a world where planting a seed can bring forth the food and knowledge our world needs right now. The field is my classroom, and I have the power to make a difference. I am going to feed the world someday.
Welcome back here on YourLiveEvent.com. Aitkin Gobblers leading 31-21 on the Shingle-Decker Concrete and Construction scoreboard as the 5th and 6th graders wrap things up here with a strong showing here at the halftime break. Of course, as we head into the second half, let's remind everybody as well that we'll be back in action coming up tomorrow afternoon. 2 o'clock tip-off, 1:40 pregame right here on YourLiveEvent.com. The Aitkin Gobbler girls taking on the Two Harbors Agates. Agates 4-5 on the season, while Aitkin 4-4. Their first action, of course, coming off the holiday basketball tournament, the Quarterbacks Club holiday basketball tournament, for the Aitkin Gobblers sitting at 4-4 on the season, as their game against Barnum earlier this week had been postponed due to weather. Well, Two Harbors, they fell on Thursday 67-29, snapping their 3-game win streak too. So be quite the matchup for the Aitkin Gobblers. I kind of maybe see a little bit of similarities in that matchup with Two Harbors, kind of like a little bit with Ogilvie a little bit. They seem to be a team that can definitely try and outrun you a little bit, especially when they've got a girl on their team. Carly Holm, I believe, scoring over 1,000 points in her career as well.
Yeah, we saw them up there last year on a Saturday, and a game I remember very well. I thought that we probably should have gotten them, lost by 8-10. And so I think it's, a game that definitely girls would like to get it in the section, gives them section points, section seating, and I think this is one that they've been itching to play now. It's been a while.
It certainly has. Gobblers did fall in that one 66-56 last year up at Two Harbors, as Two Harbors 0-3 on the season in section, while Gobblers now 1-1 in section 7-2A. But here in this pivotal section 7-2A matchup as well, Gobblers 2-1 in the section, while Pillager looking for their first section win as well at 0-2 on the season. But a good second half that's going to be in front for us as well. But Jeremy, what do you think here that the Gobblers need to maintain, now up by 10 here, to continue on with this strong run that they had to close out the first half?
Yeah, I think many of Pillager's first half points came off of Gobbler turnovers, and I think it's important that take care of the ball, run your offense, and when we did do that, run our sets, we got some open looks and some easy buckets. So
yeah, especially with getting a lot of those open looks, good ball movement as well. Having Isaac Osmus on the floor the last 7 minutes of the first half really bode well for the Gobblers to get off to that 15-16-1 run to close off that half as well. And a couple of those possessions too had a wide open look, couple of threes on the way, and that ended up working out well for the Gobblers. And like you even said too, using that big 6'8" frame to alter a few shots, including one that literally went off the top of the backboard and out too. It's you see that on the floor, you're gonna change whatever plans you had in a heartbeat. So.
Yeah, for sure. It's the Gobblers have a lot of scores. They've been balanced throughout the year, and that's the way it looked in the first half with 7 different scores. So if the Gobblers can continue to share the ball and open that, look for that open look and continue to win the rebound battle, I think they'll be just fine here in the second half.
31-21 our halftime score here on YourLiveEvent.com. Second half just moments away as well, with the Shingle-Decker Concrete and Construction scoreboard, as Pillager did win the opening tip as well. As we'll get ready here for the start of our second half. Of course, with Shingle-Decker Concrete and Construction, when you have a Project calling for concrete? Contact the pros at Shingle-Decker Concrete Construction, offering high-quality professional masonry and concrete services. Shingle-Decker Concrete Construction at 218-639-2374, fully licensed and free estimates. Leading scorer at the half belonging to Braden Smith for the Gobblers with 12 points, and Christian Hoagie with 10 points at the break as well. Gobblers will get the basketball here to start the second half of basketball. As the student section will remain full, even with the pep band, putting away their instruments, and most of them will come back as well. Hopefully we have the same kind of turnout tomorrow afternoon. That'd be nice as well.
It would be.
Yeah, on a Saturday afternoon of basketball. Not like there's not much else going on here, including, of course, the few NFL football games. That's going to be after the basketball game, though, as well. Those games don't those games don't kick off till about 3:30, the first one tomorrow. Of course, we'll have coverage of that thanks to our friends at Westwood One Sports on 3WI AM. Now we'll get ready here for the start of the second half. Pep band, I'll clear it out, and we'll be ready to go. Braden Smith will inbound to Tanner Nissen. Same starting five for both teams out on the floor here to start off the second half. Gobblers will work it around to Braden Smith as he goes his way to the top of the circle. Left side for Nathan Price as well. 2 fouls on him early in that first half led to him sitting down for a little bit. Christie just outside the lane loses the handles. It was stripped away by Imdeck, and coming out with it are the Pillager Huskies with Eli Miller. On that left side, back up top now, working into the right side for Imdeck. Imdeck gets a pass to Parker Schaefer. Inside for Christian Hoagie up against Price. Up with a right-handed shot. Nice pressure from Price there to alter the shot as well, but it goes off the likes of, I think it was Christie tried to save it, but Price initially touching it and going out of bounds. Ball will stay with the Huskies. Inbound, Miller, straight on, three-pointer, good to start off the second half. 31-24 to open up the half here for the Pillager Huskies. A three from Eli Miller, up to 7 points tonight. Eli Christie at the lane, back out. Ooh, Braden Smith thought about it from three. He'll work it around, throws up a wild shot and gets it to go up and in. Good decision from Braden Smith there. Thought about the three, worked it around through the lane, spin on the ball, and down it went. 24-33. From the right elbow, Miller, left-handed hook, up and in for two. 33-26 now the score. Tanner Nissen will bring it across half court as a block as Tanner Nissen up against Eli Miller. Met at the hole through the line of scrimmage, and, well, Tanner Nissen made him pay.
He doesn't lose many of those battles.
Eli Miller wincing at the waist a little bit, and, well, I think we saw that plenty from football season from Tanner. Yeah, and Eli Miller will probably live to regret that a little bit, even a foul assessed against him, so a little punishment for that one. 33-26 the score. Gobblers with the basketball. Tanner Nissen from three. No good. Rebounded down to Hoagie. Outlets to Eli Miller across half court. He'll take his time coming across half court. Now we'll bring it back to the left side. Schaefer through the lane with a backward shot. Rebounded down to Hoagie, blocked by Palm, I should say. Gobblers will get it back. Left side for Tanner Nissen. Now to Eli Christie on the left wing, down low along the baseline, back out to Braden Smith. Draws a double team, back out to Tanner Nissen. Left side for Eli Christie. Christie around the perimeter looking for Braden Smith. No look pass, gets it to Braden Smith, across court heave. Back to Tanner Nissen, left side for Christie. Thought about the three, drives in the pressure now to Palm. Just outside, now three from Christie, left wing, off the back of the iron, long rebound to Caden Imdeck. Now brings it in as he was about to go out in front and run a little bit before taking the ball with him. Eli Miller looks for a screen from Hoagie. He'll get it from the left elbow, right elbow extended, back out now for Schaefer. Left side, three-pointer is off the side of the iron, no good. Rebound down to Hoagie. Hits the deck, but gets it out to Eli Miller. Cross-court pass back to Parker Schaefer as the Huskies reset. 15-22 to go here in the contest. 33-26. Jumper outside the paint and in for Eli Miller.
7 points so far in the second half for Miller. That 11 on the night. Leading the way for the Huskies.
33-28 the score. Gobblers led 31-21 at the half. 7-2 run to open up the half with exactly 15 minutes to go. Justin Anderson checks in. As Caden Imdeck and also number 23, Gabe Parrish Al brings back in Brayton Kriegel for the Huskies. Gobblers will look to bring in a couple of subs as well at the next possible opportunity. Kriegel on the left wing, now back up top for Eli Miller. Looks for a feed pass inside of the free throw line, back down low, stolen away by Eli Christie. Christie will take his time as he looks to get a pass over to Nissen. He will. Tanner Nissen at the top of the circle now for the free throw line, actually out to the midcourt stripe. Now back to Brayton Smith after a pass from Christie. Backs off the defender to Nathan Price. To Alex Palm at the top of the circle looking for a flash pass inside to Tanner Nissen. Nissen gets a screen from Palm, throws it up off the backboard after the tip pass. It goes in the hands of Hoagie. Huskies come back the other way, down by 5, 33-28. Miller, 7 points in the second half, throws an errant pass and lands in the hands of Brayton Smith. Drives inside, banks it up and in for 2.
Made that look easy. It was not.
35-28, 16 points now for Brayton Smith in the ball game tonight. 13:52 counting downward here in this ball game. Gobblers up by 7. Justin Anderson, turnaround blocked on its way and stolen away by Tanner Nissen. Nissen with Eli Miller playing his back pocket. Ooh, Eli Miller might have gotten a little back as well after taking the shoulder in the gut. But the Gobblers keep the basketball. 35-28. As Nathan Price and Tanner Nissen check out, bringing back in Brecken Williams and also Isaac Osmus. 35-28 inbound. Stolen as it was off the foot of Parker Schaefer, land in the hands of Hoagie. Brecken Williams was the one that initiated the 3 on the way from Miller. Hits off the top of the backboard and will go out as it hit the repelling cord of the basket. And will stay with the Gobblers now as Eli Miller wanted that one to go and given them the Pizza Ranch 3-pointer for the Pillager Huskies. 13:27 to go. Gobblers with the basketball up by 7, 35-28. On that Shingle Decker Concrete Construction scoreboard. Christie with the handle of the ball at midcourt. Now gets it over to, of course, Brecken Williams now up top and just keeping it alive. Almost an over and back, but Alex Palm keeps it alive inside to Isaac Osmus and down in front, Carter Docks.
That's Hunter Nissen.
Yeah, whatever. Same difference. I don't know why I thought Carter for a second. Hunter Nissen, tall, lanky bodies, but nonetheless at the line for 2 is going to be Isaac Osmus. Front end is good.
Nice little shooter's touch there. Got the roll.
Isaac Osmus now for a second of 2. Makes the front end. Second one, no good. Rebound down to Eli Christie. He's fouled on his way, trying to put it back as he'll head his way to the line. Who got that foul as well for Pillager, by the way? Good question.
That was on
Gabe Parrish will get this one.
23 got the, I think, that's only his second.
Yes,
I thought
correct.
He got the one before.
Eli Christie at the line for the 2. He'll get the front end. 37-28. Now up to 10 points for Eli Christie.
Schaefer got the one before, his first.
That's correct. That's Schaefer already down. It looks like Caden Imdeck got the first one as the second free throw also good. 38-28. I have now Caden Imdeck for 2.
Gotcha.
Tipped out of the air, Eli Christie, and we get
I did have that. Sorry, Paul.
Oh, that's
I did have
perfectly
Caden for his second.
Here we go. Nice play over on the far side of the court there from Eli Christie to bat the ball out of the air, but unable to get the turnover. And now he gets the gets the rebound, I should say, as the Gobblers get the basketball back up by 10 at 38-28. Christie with the basketball to the left side, now back up top for Alex Palm. Palm looks for a penetrating pass, but will get it over to the right wing now inside from Williams to Osmus. Right corner, Brecken Williams, 3-pointer off the side of the rim. Loose rebound over the back, it looks like, against the Gobblers, as ball will go back to the Huskies. That's the first foul of the second half for Aitkin as well. 3 fouls for Pillager, just 1 for Aitkin. 12:28 to go here in the first half. Left side for Eli Miller. Hoagie from the left elbow. big on big and big wins, that being Christian Hoagie, 38-30, going up against Isaac Osmus. As Braden Smith will bring it up to the front court now, being defended by Eli Miller. As Eli Christie gets the handle, gets a weak side screen, lays it up as he's blocked up on the way by Hoagie. Fight for it down low, and we will get jump ball, tie up, much to the dismay of Coach Benson, but the Gobblers will get the ball back on the possession arrow. Great effort from Christie, and also nice block down low. I think Hoagie was in there in the middle on that block attempt. 38-30 the score, 11:55 to go here in this ball game. Inbound right to Eli Christie from the top of the circle, swings it back out now for Brecken Williams to Braden Smith. Hands it off to Eli Christie. From wing to wing they go from Brecken Williams. Looks for a pass back up top. He'll get it to Braden Smith once again. Screen from Osmus to Williams, back to Alex Palm. Out on the right side now, looking to drive. Braden Smith throws up a wild shot. I don't know if he was trying to get to Osmus, but nonetheless, a turnover by Aitkin. Parker Schaefer, and they are going to say a basket will count, and the foul in the process, as it was going to be contact nonetheless, but the basket will count as Schaefer will get the and one free throw. Foul called against Brecken Williams. That'll be his first of the night.
That's Schaefer's first field goal of the night. He's got 8 points in the evening.
And one free throw from him, no good. Rebound tipped in the hands of Osmus. And it'll be Eli Christie to hand it off to Brecken Williams. Williams across half court now to Braden Smith. Smith gets a screen from Alex Palm, being up against Brayton Kriegel at the free throw line. Back out to Isaac Osmus to Brecken Williams. Williams gets a screen from Osmus inside to Isaac, a little too far out in front, stolen away. Eli Miller hits the deck as he's trying to draw contact, but across half court he'll come with the basketball. 38-32, it's a 6-point lead. Free throw line, turnaround jumper off the front of the rim, no good from the Huskies. Ball loose out on the floor. It's going to be picked up by the Gobblers. Still loose out on the floor, taken by Parker Schaefer. Eli Miller will come out with the handle. Left side, Schaefer, left wing, three-pointer off the side of the iron, no good. Rebound fought for, it's going to be down, and it's going to be picked up by Braden Smith, as initially it was going to land in Hoagie's hands, but Brecken Williams stole it away as a timeout taken by the Gobblers. 10:24 to go here in this contest. 38-32 is the score, and a timeout assessed on the floor here for Aitkin, to which length of time the timeout will be called here, as we'll step aside here for a break on that Shingle Decker Concrete Construction scoreboard. 38-32 here on YourLiveEvent.com.
If your vehicle has an unfortunate mishap, you want the best in quality bodywork. You need to take it to Aitkin Body Shop. They can handle any collision or auto glass repair, and they have a state-of-the-art facility and technology. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Visit them at 421 North Minnesota Avenue. Towing services also available. Give them a call at 218-927-2883. Remember the name that stands for quality and trust. That's Aitkin Body Shop, providing exceptional auto body collision and paint repair since 1974.
38-32 our score here going into this second half. Less than a little over 10 minutes to play here in regulation. Gobblers up 38-32, led by 10 at the highest point. Of course, that was the halftime score, and we're up 38-30 at 38-28 at one point here in this second half. But the Pillager Huskies not shying away here in this second half, Jeremy.
Nope, they're putting some pressure on. Gobblers 6 turnovers so far here, second half early. So Gobblers going to clean it up a little bit and take control of the ball.
38-32 as the Gobblers get the timeout to their favor. They'll have 3 left here in this contest. So will the Huskies, with the Gobblers with the basketball as Braden Smith skips one to Eli Christie. Jumper outside the paint, can't get it to go. Rebound tipped out of the air. Brayton Kriegel with the handle, and we get a travel called against Kriegel. And we'll turn it over against the Pillager Huskies as they will maintain. They get the possession right back to Aitkin. 10:07 to play here in regulation. 38-32 on YourLiveEvent.com. Brecken Williams out to Braden Smith with team leading 16 points. Eli Christie's shot no good. Rebounded down to Christian Hoagie.
Well, a lot of contact there that didn't get called. Coach Stan is
foul called on the runner from Parker Schaefer. He's going to head his way to the line for what seems to be the 900th time in this contest. Foul called against Alex Palm. That'll be his second.
less contact there than there was on Eli on this other end.
Huskies at the line for a pair from Parker Schaefer. Front end is good, 38-33. Again, halftime scores of our other two broadcasts on YourLiveEvent.com and Talk 100 KLKS. Halftime score was for the Pine River Bacchus Tigers over Verndale. As the second free throw good. 4-point lead. It was 34-13 at the half. And on, of course, Real Country 94.3. Southridge boys on top of McGregor 46-7 at the halftime break. 38-34 the score to the right side now. It will be to Eli Christie. Back up top to Braden Smith. Smith, right side for Nathan Price as he tries to throw one inside for Alex Palm. A little too far out in front and goes the other way. See a few late arriving Gobbler fans. Kane Burns, see Jacob Williams in there as well from the wrestling team. I think they were in action earlier today. But I know they're going to be down in Mora tomorrow, or at least some wrestlers will be in action. Jumper from Eli Miller just outside the paint along the left baseline, no good. 9:05 to go. Gobbler still up by 4 at 38-34. Braden Smith with the basketball after a pass from Nathan Price out of the right corner. Right-handed shot altered on the way up, but it'll be brought down by Parker Schaefer. As the Huskies crawling back from a 10-point deficit, now just down by 4. It's going to be to Braden Smith, steals it back the other way. He'll put it out to the left wing now for Brecken Williams as he's going to travel with it. Brecken unfortunately turns it back the other way. A 6-0 run thus far here for the Huskies. 8.5 to go, up by 4 is Aitkin in this Section 7 2A matchup. Eli Miller gets a pass to Hoagie from the right elbow extended. To Kriegel, up with the right-handed shot, no good. Looking for a travel. Gobblers get the basketball nonetheless. Stretch pass out to Eli Christie. 2-on-1 the other way. Christie's going to keep it himself. Lays it up and in for 2. Much-needed basket for the Gobblers. Up now 40-34. Eli Christie now with 13.
Complimented with his 10 rebounds as well.
A double-double for Eli Christie. Wouldn't be surprised if he's near a triple-double with the amount of action he's had, taking the basketball the other way. It's going to be a jumper inside the arc. Good for 2 for Eli Miller. 40-36. Aaron inbound pass, last touch by the Huskies, thankfully, as Eli Christie tried to get one to Alex Palm, but Palm would have had to dive into the Pillager bench to keep that one into his hands.
Gobblers with 8 turnovers. The Huskies with 6.
Smith inbounds it to Brecken Williams. He'll bring it across half court for the Gobblers. We're at the top of the circle now, right side for Eli Christie. Christie gets a screen from Price. Inside, up with the Euro step. Can't get the shot to follow through, but he'll get 2 free throws nonetheless. Weaving his way through traffic and getting skinny at the right time was Eli Christie, but he'll get 2 free throws. Third foul as well for Justin Anderson for the Huskies. First player tonight with 3 fouls as well for either side, as the first free throw from Christie, no good.
That's Eli's first miss at the line. He was 5 of 5 prior to that.
7:34 to go. Checking back in is Christian Hoagie. He's back in for Justin Anderson. 7:34 to go. Second free throw on the way from Christie is good. Splits the difference. 41-36. Isaac Osmus is in. Nathan Price will check out. 41-36 Gobblers lead. This pivotal Section 7 2A matchup. First home game of the 2023 portion of the schedule for the Gobblers. Almost thrown away by Pillager. Caden Imdek. Now to Kriegel. Picks up the dribble from the left side. Now gets it to Hoagie. Shot inside the free throw circle is good. Pillager not shying away. Only down by 1 possession now. 41-38. Eli Christie with the handle of the basketball. Across half court. Right side to Brecken Williams. Williams thought about, almost got a screen from Palm, but he'll back out. Williams at the top of the circle now, back over to Isaac Osmus to Alex Palm. Palm flashes inside for Christie. Double team on him in the paint. Goes with the right hand. Tried to go to, but stolen away by Parker Schaefer. Schaefer will keep it himself. Lays it up and in. No good. Rebound loose. Braden Smith with the board. Looking for the flash pass as Alex Palm was left all the way alone across half court, but Braden Smith couldn't see. 6.5 to go. Gobblers try to get it across half court. They finally do to Eli Christie from Brecken Williams. Beat Eli Christie to Brecken Williams across half court. 6:15 to go. 41-38, Gobblers ahead. Inside pass. It's going to be last touch by the Huskies. It will stay with Aitkin as trying to flash one inside. That pass from Christie to Braden Smith as Osmus chases it from the locker room area. Deceivingly far away, that stretch to the locker room there. You just think, oh, it's just right around the corner. You got another 20 or so feet to get to the locker room door itself. 6:06 to go. Inbound right to Brecken Williams. Bring it up to the top of the circle now. Right side for Eli Christie. Gets a screen from Price. Goes away from him for the right elbow. Lays it up, and it'll be kept by the Gobblers, even though he took a whack on the arm, he says. Christie even asking the official behind the play if he saw anything. No response. Inbound from Brecken Williams, Alex Palm, right corner for Williams. Back out to Eli Christie at the top of the key. Now he'll make his way from Braden Smith. Backing out, right side to Brecken Williams. Williams looking for a pass out to that right wing. He'll drive as we get a stoppage. Putting hands on the player was Eli Miller. Miller will get his second of the night. 13 points for Eli Miller, now 2 fouls. Just behind teammate Christian Hoagie. Inbound. Now gets it over. Across half court now for Brecken Williams off Braden Smith's inbound to Eli Christie. The free throw circle. Stops, pops a shot off the back of the rim. No good. Rebound down to Brecken Williams. Left corner. Turnaround three. Good for Brecken Williams. 44-38.
Great hustle play by Brecken. Collects the rebound right in the corner there and pops that three.
Still trying to live up to that performance he had in the Holiday Tournament, the championship as well. And a turnover by the Huskies on a travel. 5:12 to go here in the contest in regulation. 44-38. Gobblers back up to a 2-possession lead.
7th turnover for the Huskies this half.
5:10 to go. Brecken Williams across half court, being defended by Eli Miller, will escape away with a pass over to Braden Smith with a screen against Kriegel. Back to Nathan Price, right side for Brecken Williams. From the right elbow, drives in the lane, stops, pops a shot. Basket will not count as it'll be a blocking call against Eli Miller. And we will get 2 free throws, it looks like here. Or is that going to be, yes, 2 free throws it looks like. Eli Miller now with his 3rd. Brecken Williams at the line. First free throw from Brecken is good. 45-38. Second free throw coming up as well for Brecken on the way, and good.
8 points on the night for Brecken. 2 threes and 2 free throws.
8 points, 46-38. It's an 8-point lead. Loose ball handling. Miller puts it down on the floor, but Kriegel comes out with it, being defended, and down to Hoagie. Out to Caden Imdek off the hands of Parker Schaefer. Gobblers try to get it back. They will. Nice play there from the likes of Brecken Williams out of the corner just to throw it to anybody relatively wearing a black jersey. Gobblers come back with it in the front court with 4.5 to go. Nathan Price loses the handle as it goes out of bounds. Substitution in here. Looks like Kriegel will check out, bringing back in Gabe Parrish. 4:18 to go here in the half. We get a stoppage here. Clarification from our official down the floor. As Gobblers will defend up now by 8, 46-38. 4:12 to go. Imdek swings it out to Miller. Feed inside to Hoagie. Down low for Parrish. Underneath the basket. High off the backboard. Tips out a rebound. It's going to be kept by Imdek. Imdek down low. Back out to Imdek from the free throw line. Blocked halfway up by Braden Smith. Fight for the basketball. And we get a foul call on the floor. No, they're going to say a tie up. Ball will go back to the Huskies. As Braden Smith had the possession of the basketball, but enough for the Huskies to draw in and for the official to call the tie-up. 3:53 to go. Huskies basketball down by 8 at 46-38. Loose ball on the floor. It's going to be Schaefer who's going to be fouled on his way to the basket. Will not count. 2 free throws coming up here for Schaefer.
Seems like every time we're on the air, there's one player from the opposing team that gets many free throw attempts. The other day, the Ogilvie girls game, she had 16 attempts.
And then it was in the Piers game as well. First free throw from Schaefer is good. 46-39 now the score.
This is his 12th free throw attempt.
I was going to say in the
11th,
look at the other one as well as Cheney, I think. Yeah, Jonathan Cheney from Piers. He was at the line a lot in that Piers game against Aitkin as well. Second free throw good. 46-40, Gobblers ahead. 2-possession lead remains for Aitkin. Braden Smith across half court. Gets it across the timeline. Now gets it over to Brecken Williams at the top of the circle. Looks for movement from the offense to Braden Smith on the left wing. For that pass once again, gets it over to Alex Palm. Stolen away by Eli Miller, keeps it in. He stepped out of bounds with the basketball and give it right back to the Gobblers. Gobblers luck out on that one. Even with Eli Miller streaking the other way, stepped out of bounds on that sideline and gave it right back to the Gobblers. 46-40 remains the score. 3:20 to go in regulation for the Gobblers, up by 6. On the Shingle Decker Concrete and Construction scoreboard. Skip pass to Alex Palm at the top of the circle now. Looks at left side now for Braden Smith. Smith from the left elbow drives his way. Gets it out to Brecken Williams. Out on the right wing, looks for a pass to go right through, but he'll keep it himself now at the top of the key to Nathan Price to Braden Smith, who provides a screen. Smith for a three-pointer off the side of the rim, no good. Rebound down to Schaefer, fight for it, and a foul called against Aitkin. Looks like this one might go against Christie. Judging by his demeanor and response, it will be against Eli. That'll be his third with 2:50 to go. (46-40) the score. 2:51 to go. Pillager down against Aitkin, 46-40. Across half court come the Huskies. Caden Imdek to Parker Schaefer. To Hoagie at the free throw line, stolen away as it's ball down on the floor as it'll be a jump ball tie-up. Gobblers get the basketball.
Brecken just got tackled there.
He did.
And no call.
After Hoagie had the ball stripped out of his hands by Brecken. And the Gobblers will get the ball back on the possession arrow, even though Brecken hit the deck with some assistance. That not of his own. 2:38 to go. Inbound to Brecken from Braden Smith with 2.5 to play. And a reach in on a foul. Eli Miller, that's going to be foul number 4 on him. And it'll be a 1-and-1 coming up here for Brecken Williams. Brecken at the line for a front end of a 1-and-1. 46-40. Front end of the 1-and-1, no good. Rebound tipped away and somehow kept alive by the Gobblers. Alex Palm can't get the shot to go as Christian Hoagie gets the rebound and he's fouled on the floor. Brecken Williams, the ultimate scoop around on to keep the ball in play for the Gobblers, but unfortunately receives his third foul for his troubles. 42 and a half to go. Gobblers ahead. Here come the Huskies with Caden Imdeck. Skips a pass to Eli Miller down along the baseline. Gabe Parrish. Ball loose on the floor. Kick ball against Aitkin, it looks like. And it will be staying with the Huskies, it looks like. Go underneath the basket. .2:23 to go. Inbound to the right of the basket from Parker Schaefer. Gets it to Christian Hoagie in that right corner. Looks for a pass to get out of trouble. He'll keep it himself up with the right-handed shot. Banks it up and in for two. 46-42 the score. Christie to Brecken Williams.
Gobblers need a basket here.
Brecken Williams will bring it across the timeline. Works it right side for Eli Christie. Christie back up top. Now for Braden Smith. Smith from the right elbow. Loses the handle, but Christie back with it. Up with the right-handed shot. Lays it up and in for Eli Christie. Asking you shall receive, Jeremy Jansen. 48-42 the score. Minute 45 to play in regulation. Down low, Parrish up with the right-handed shot. No good. A rebound loose. Picked up now by the Gobblers. And a loose rebound to Alex Palm. Gives it up to Brecken. Finally, a timeout called by Coach Scott Stanfield. Quick 30-second timeout with 93 seconds remaining in regulation. Gobblers up by 6 at 48-42. Gobblers did get that big basket on the layup there from Eli Christie. Now 16 points on the night, now tied with teammate, of course, Braden Smith for the team lead with 16 points here this evening.
Yeah, Braden's had a nice night too, 16 points, 7 boards. Eli was 16 points and 10 boards. Nice night by both of those guards. Brecken off the bench, 8 points, 4 boards. So backcourt playing well tonight.
Absolutely, and especially now with it being a 6-point lead, 48-42. Gobblers been able to weather the storm thus far here in this second half against the likes of the Pillager Huskies, who Gobblers did have that 10-point lead to start off the half, got back up to 10 points, and now lead by 6 at 48-42. Inbound to Alex Palm, gets it right back to Brecken Williams. He'll get it racing across half court now. It's Eli Christie with under 90 seconds to go in regulation, 48-42. Now to the likes of Nathan Price, tipped out of the air, stolen away by Kriegel. Kriegel from the right wing to Eli Miller. Quick pops a shot from the free throw line, no good. A rebound down to Alex Palm, foul called. Miller seemed to rush that shot. Down by 6. Didn't need to shoot the 3, but maybe even a better look at a shot would have helped. Even though he had some space to work with. Alex Palm at the line.
I think they're looking to get a quick basket there. Not a lot of possessions left here.
Kriegel with his 3rd foul of the half as well. Front end of the 1-and-1 for Alex Palm is no good. Hoagie with the rebound. To Parker Schaefer, he'll bring it across half court for the Huskies. Cross court pass to Eli Miller. Miller from the left corner gets it back to Caden Imdeck. Under a minute to go in regulation. Now we'll go to Parker Schaefer right through the lane, lays it up and in. Basket counts, and he is fouled on his way to the basket, and one free throw coming up. .48-44. Parker Schaefer, and one free throw, and also the 3rd foul for Nathan Price. No action off the bench from Coach Stanfield. Free throw from Schaefer is good. And a timeout on the floor, just a quick 30-second timeout. Gobblers up by 3 now, 48-45, and all comes down here being smart with this upcoming inbound, Jeremy.
Inbound, and you know, you're going to have to attempt to get to the hoop, you know,
yes,
and draw that foul or you know, at least run an offensive play. A lot of times you spin that ball around, you create a turnover on yourself. So
if you're a Pillager here, you're down by 3. Do you go for the foul right away? It's a 1-and-1 on the other end of the floor. That's the question in my mind, is do you go for the foul right away and try to get Aitkin at the line for the 1-and-1?
I think you drop a play here to try to steal an inbounds. If you don't, then you do go for that foul is my thought, to quick try to get 2 possessions here.
53.6 seconds left in regulation. Gobblers ahead 48-45. Inbound will just be right underneath the basket. Traditional inbound coming up here for the Gobblers. Led by 10 at the half and led by 10 in the second half as well. Braden Smith will inbound the basketball. Pillager backing out to Braden with the handle of the ball once again. Back to Brecken. Back to Braden. Now scoots it up to Eli Christie as the Gobblers play keep away here, up by 3 and not pressuring all that much. They are bringing the pressure, are the Huskies, but not to the extent of, if you will, down by 1 possession. Gobblers. Nathan Price cross heave to the likes of Christie. Now to Williams. Gets it to Braden Smith. Gobblers playing keep away and doing a good job cutting the clock in half here. 48-45 with 20 seconds to go. Now they're going to go for the foul, or at least they're going to, with 16.5 seconds. Gobblers wasted 37 seconds on that possession alone. Amazing.
I just don't understand that, but
it'll be a 1-and-1 here on the front end of the floor here with Braden Smith at the line. Gobblers up by 3 at 48-45. Braden Smith at the line for the front end of a 1-and-1. And it's no good. Rebounded down to Caden Imdek. Foul went against Imdek. Eli Miller, and a timeout taken by Pillager. 48-45 is the score. 11.4 seconds to go. Pillager's got the basketball down by 3. Gobblers, unfortunately, unable to convert at the free throw line, and especially as this season's kind of drawn on a little bit, that's been a big focal point, or at least a big detractor for this Gobblers team, is unable to really convert and take advantage of the free throw line.
And that's the difference for Pillager. The reason Pillager's in this game is they've been able to convert at the free throw line. Gobblers have kind of get dry here in the second half of the line.
Gobblers 31-21 at the half, now up 48-45 here in this contest, led by as much as 10. They're hanging on to a 3-point lead. Final score over on Talk 100 KLKS and YourLiveEvent.com. 66-27, Pine River Bacchus boys on top of Verndale here this evening.
Gobblers 10 of 19 on the from the line.
Just a few seconds left on this remaining timeout on the Shingle Decker Concrete and Construction scoreboard. A Section 7-2A matchup as the Huskies looking for their first win in the section. Gobblers looking to even their record to 2 and make it 3-1 in the section. Actually, they're 2-1 right now. Parker Schaefer will inbound the basketball.
This is always a question: do you foul here up 3? You always have these, and you see that. Give them the 3-point attempt and.
Hoagie gets the inbound from Schaefer, right back to Schaefer's hand at the top of the circle. Goes right through the lane, lays it up and in for 2. 48-47 now the score as a timeout taken back the other way, as it will be 48-47 now with a quick layup for 2 for the Pillager Huskies, as Schaefer now up to 17 points here tonight. 4.2 seconds remaining here as a timeout taken on the floor. I believe Aitkin took this timeout.
Nope, came right from the bench of Pillager. Yep.
So Pillager using their last timeout of the night, a full timeout on the floor. We'll just keep it right here. 4.8 seconds to go. Obviously, the pressure on the inbound is going to be coming up here, and now it's just a 1-point deficit. I think in the grand scheme of it all, smart play by Pillager. Obviously going for the layup. You're still down 1, but now the pressure comes on to Aitkin here to get the inbound in.
Inbound, and then you're going to have to shoot some free throws.
Exactly. And it'll still be, it'll be guaranteed 2, because now Pillager with 9 fouls. The next one would be putting them in the double bonus. But Aitkin still with just 7 fouls here in this half as well. 4.2 seconds remaining in regulation, as the last few moments of this timeout trickle their way through. 4.2 seconds remaining. Inbound will come to the left of the basket. We'll see movement from the Gobblers. Braden Smith will trigger the inbound. Fakes the deep ball. Gets it to Eli Christie, and he fouls with 3.2 seconds remaining. Christie will head to the line to shoot a pair. 10th foul of the half for the Huskies. No, Gobblers will come back. Will come to this each side of the lane.
That's Caden Imdek got his 4th, I believe.
Yes, Imdek with now 4. Eli Christie at the line to shoot a pair. First free throw is good. Makes it a 2-point lead. 49-47. 3.2 seconds remaining. No timeouts for Pillager. Gobblers up by 2. Christie at the line for a second. And no good. Rebound down to Hoagie. Gets it up to Imdek. Throws a prayer up at the buzzer. Ooh, hits it off the rim. But the Gobblers survive against the Pillager Huskies. 49-47 to get back in the win column in 2023. Exciting finish to our contest and a win nonetheless for the Aitkin Gobblers. 49-47 against their Section 7 2A opponent in the Pillager Huskies. Coming up here in the postgame show, we'll check in with Coach Stanfield for the Aitkin Gobblers. Big deal player of the game. Our Enbridge I Bring the Energy player of the game coming up as well. Gobblers win here tonight, 49-47 on YourLiveEvent.com.
It's been more than just a family tradition since 1938. Purchasing a new Ford car, truck, or pre-owned vehicle from Aitkin Motors. Family owned and operated. Aitkin Motors offers you a stress-free car shopping experience. Need an oil change? New tires? Check out the low price tire guarantee. Aitkin Motors has a full service department with factory-trained Ford technicians. For hours, appointments, and vehicle inventory, visit AitkinMotorsCO.com.
We are ISD1.
We are ISD1.
We are ISD1. We are ISD1.
My favorite teacher is Mr. Dustin Richters.
Favorite teacher is Mr. Miller.
Mr. Googe is my favorite teacher.
Definitely Miss Grader. Definitely Miss Grader in class biology. Mr. May.
Right now is psychology. Mr. Smith's my favorite teacher.
Mr. May's science class.
Any art class.
Mr. May in my ornithology class.
We always practice good sportsmanship and respect. Go Gobblers. Go All-Stars.
My roots run deep. I dream of a world where planting a seed can bring forth the food and knowledge our world needs right now. The field is my classroom, and I have the power to make a difference. I am going to feed the world someday.
From all of us at Enbridge, thank you.
Thank you.
Miigwech, and thank you for working on Line 3 replacement.
Thank you to everyone who supported this project.
Construction is complete on a new and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day, and is done thanks to the support and hard work of thousands of people. I'm grateful for every single voice of support and every hour of labor put into this project. Thank you.
Welcome back here on YourLiveEvent.com. Aitkin Gobblers come out on the victorious end here this evening. 49-47, another sectional win they get against the Pillager Huskies here tonight, as we're going to jump right into the postgame show. Coach Scott Stanfield for Aitkin Gobblers joining us here tonight on the postgame show. Coach, build up a 10-point lead at halftime, back up to 10 in the second half as well. And talking about before we come back from the break, got to make your free throws down the stretch as well. But overall, your team gets the win here to get going here in this second part of your schedule here tonight too.
Yeah, kind of a frustrating win at times. I think they're a very physical, rough team, and to start the game, we didn't match it, which kind of like the Cloquet game, and we just didn't match it. We called a timeout and just challenged the kids, and after that point, we played pretty well, but we just got to learn to make our free throws down the stretch, and we left them in the game is what we did. We just left them in the game. Front ends of 1-on-1 are so critical, and that's why teams foul late. And but they're a better team than their record shows. We knew that. I've watched them twice. They're going to win some games coming up because their size is thick size. I mean, their kids are very strong, and they do a good job. Coach Benson, like I talked to you before, does a nice job over there with his kids, and they play hard all the time. And, if you don't play hard against them, it's going to be a long night. So I credit our kids for bouncing back, and Braden and Eli, I thought, responded well, and our two big guys, in the post, they battled and battled. They didn't score a lot of points, but they did a nice job. I thought the freshman Isaac Osmus came in and gave us really good minutes, and once again, Tanner at the point, he doesn't score a lot of points, but he's a kid that fights, and he's kind of our heart, because he just don't quit, he just fights and fights, and he's, not the most gifted or tall kid, but we need him. We need him to give us those minutes, and he did. So, Andrew Martinson went in and did a nice job too. So we're kind of getting our 8-9 man rotation, and certain games you'd like to play more kids, but it's so dependent on matchups. And basketball is so, Coach Benson and I talked about this before the game. Matchups are so important in basketball, and they match up. We just don't match up with them very well at times, and the last 2 years the same thing. We just don't match up with them, and they give you a lot of challenges. But our 2-3 zone worked well. I thought our kids extended and found the shooters. We gave them some stuff underneath, but we'll take that.
Coach, talking about, of course, the latter moments of the first half as well. You talked about Isaac Osmans coming off the bench to provide some good looks, and provided some good opportunities on the offensive end too, with creating a lot more ball movement as well. You close out the first half. You're down 20-15 at one point. You close out the half 15-16-1 run. What did you see there as kind of the big difference makers to allow for that run for your team?
I thought
to close out the half?
Isaac, when we went 2-3 with Isaac in. Kind of stalled him out, and I thought we started getting a little momentum on offense. We ran some good stuff. We got some really good looks. Some went in, some didn't. But what's nice about it is we're getting the ball where we want to get it. Now it's just a matter of the kids executing their moves and finishing, and they will. And we played a rugged K team. I mean, they were physically. It was a football game. And to come back the next day and have to play again against a very similar size team is tough, and Pillager's future looks good. You got a bunch of young kids playing, and if they keep growing and getting bigger, man, that's some size to contend with.
And they were scrappy tonight too, Coach. They just didn't go away.
Right. And Pillager Aitkin, it's like Crosby Aitkin.
Yep.
It don't matter. It's gonna be a battle because of the proximity of the teams, and they played each other for years, and in the same section, play in the summertime, see the same kids. So it's no different. That's it's weird. And the years past, us and Crosby match up really well, and so those games are going to be close just because with similar personnel, and I expect the same thing this year. So. We'll give the kids Saturday, Sunday off, come back, practice Monday, and go after Barnum on Tuesday.
Yep. Yeah, this starts a 6-game home stretch, is that correct?
Correct.
6 in a row you have at home?
5. Well, we added Deer River a week from tonight.
Okay. Yes.
So we play 2 and then have 1 on the road and come back for, I think, 2 more at home.
Okay.
So it's a nice stretch.
Yep.
And we just got to learn how to win on the road, which we will. Yeah, but it's a good section win,
Absolutely.
When tiebreakers are figured into stuff and you're ahead of that team, and they got to leapfrog ahead of people. It's important in March. So we got Hinckley in our section. We beat Pillager in our section. And
Piers is the
and
big
Piers
one.
in the section.
Yeah.
I'd like to see Piers and Pillager match up.
Yeah,
absolutely. I think that would be a battle too.
Yep.
And Pillager's going to get better. So I'm kind of glad we played them now, but we're going to get better too.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, we appreciate the time. We better bring on these players here so they can get on with their evening as well. Welcoming back onto the post-game show here, of course, Coach Scott Stanfield joining us, but now Eli Christie from the Aitkin Gobblers here tonight. 49-47 win, a couple of big free throws towards the end with Eli and the squad here tonight. How'd you feel down there on the floor tonight, Eli?
We didn't shoot the greatest. Pretty bad, honestly, like really bad. I think if we drop half the shots we took, we are up 30 points at least. I mean,
it's always tough to go on the road the night before a game and come back. You get, there's a lot of strain and mentally it's tough to get back. But you guys persevered tonight, made some free throws, and I had you for a double-double tonight, so a nice game.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'll have to check some of the other stats. I don't know if steals or assists or not, if you got that triple-double or not. We'll see or not. But I want to talk about with you guys. You guys were down 20-15 at one point in that first half. Go on a 15-1 run to close off the first half. What did you guys what was different in that stretch there to close off that first half, get that 10-point lead at the break?
I would definitely say energy. I mean, I think in every game we've won, we've out-energied the other team by 10 times. I mean, they're complaining and stuff. We complain a little bit, but not as much as the other team. We're getting back and getting set and ready on defense. So,
it seemed like the officials let you guys play tonight. Even both sides. There was some calls we thought up here that maybe should have been called. Brecken gets tackled there at the end of the game, and you go in here underneath the hoop for a shot and get across the arm. But I think it was maybe both ways. It seemed like, in a game like that where they want to play physical, it probably benefits them more a little bit than it would us. So a little bit more tightly called game, I think, probably benefits us in that situation.
Yeah, I would think so too.
Eli Christie joining us here on the postgame show. Thanks again for coming on. We'll hand off the microphone to, of course, that being Braden Smith here tonight, joining us here on the postgame show. Braden started off the game as typical fashion, knocked down a couple of threes early on to get the team off and going. But a big thing, too, with what Eli brought up, energy-wise as well. You're playing the second night of a back-to-back. You take the trip up to Cloquet, but you're back at home as well. How'd you guys try to keep up that energy throughout the game?
I think just getting down really got us motivated. It was one of those things where it's been all season for us. We get down. It's been a thing for us to get down by 5-7, and then we just get that strike of energy, and we're right back in that game. We get up by 10, like you saw. It was great.
How do you guys feel about with the rotation that you guys have? You're bringing in kids off the bench as well. It could be you, it could be Tanner, Brecken as well, Isaac coming off the bench too. How do you guys feel with that many different athletes coming off the bench to provide different looks for your team too?
We definitely got a solid 7 rolling right now. I think coach has got that locked down. You got Brecken, who's that utility knife off the bench that can do a little bit of everything. Isaac, 6'8", you saw what he could do tonight with those blocks, causing chaos in the middle. It's great.
Hey, you look at Brecken, as we've talked up here, Paul, coming off the bench and kind of running the point. It gives you guys the opportunity to come off screens and where you're not handling the ball as much up on top. You and Eli have that opportunity to come off screens or cut to the basket, where Brecken has that good vision and seems to find you guys, moving across the floor. So it's nice to have that opportunity where any one of you three could run the point, but at that same time, it's nice to have that guy off the bench.
Yeah, he saves us a lot, especially me and Eli, who you see I'm getting pressured, denied, everything. So me bringing the ball up the court is probably not the best scenario with their best defender up in my grill all night long.
And that part of their defender following you around and getting tired and all that stuff. If you had to bring the ball up at the same time, that energy is spent for you as well. Right. So it's good to have those backcourt guards that can really help out and carry the ball up the court.
Gobblers win 49-47 here tonight. Before we let Braden Smith go and enjoy the victory as well, got to ask, are those prescription?
They are,
the specs?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just got to ask. My wife works for an eye doctor. She's talking about glasses all the time, whatever. Nonetheless, great win, great vision out on the floor tonight as well for the Gobblers. Braden, thanks so much for joining us here tonight. Gobblers victorious 49-47 as the Gobblers now improve to 4-4 on the season. Of course, they get now 3-1 in the section for Section 7-2A. Get a break here on the post-game show. Of course, look at our out-of-town scoreboard. Start wrapping things up here. Big deal play of the game. Enbridge, I bring the energy player of the game coming up here on YourLiveEvent.com.
I'm dreaming of a world where thinkers and doers collide, where technology creates pathways for new opportunities and ideas. I want to ask questions and shape the answers that lead to real and meaningful advancements in this digital era. I'm going to innovate the world someday.
JT's Station in Fertile carries a variety of items that are sure to meet your needs, and you should stop in today. They sell hot stuff foods, frozen foods, selected groceries, household products, and much more. The Hot Stuff Foods and Deli will provide you with a fresh, quick, and easy breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and they also offer some of the best car services in town. They're open 6 a.m. until 9:30 p.m. daily. It's JT's Station in Fertile.
We're Jim and Bernie Berkemeyer, and we're inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Escape the Minnesota winter, March 10th through 19th, as we become immersed in Hawaiian culture and take in the breathtaking views of Oahu, Kauai, and Maui, Enjoy a balance of scheduled must-see attractions and free time to relax in paradise. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ, for more information.
Welcome back here on YourLiveEvent.com. Aitkin Gobblers victorious here tonight, 49-47. They come out on the positive end here tonight, led 31-21 at the break, including a 16-1 run to close out that first half to lead by 10 at the break, but hold on at the very end, even with a chance for the Pillager Huskies to get off a shot at the buzzer to take the lead, but ultimately the Gobblers come out 49-47 with the victory here this evening. Time now we get our big deal player of the game, of course brought to you by Atwater GM in Aitkin, Riverwood Healthcare, Pizza Ranch in Baxter, Little Falls, W.W. Thompson Concrete Products in Brainerd, BigDealAuctions.com, Cuyuna Regional Medical Center in Crosby, as well as Tykes Carpet Castle in Brainerd, Shannon's Auto Body in Brainerd, Takedown Gym in Brainerd. Our big deal player of the game tonight. Double-double. We'll have to check the fine print, maybe even a triple-double tonight. But Eli Christie, our big deal player of the game here this evening for the Aitkin Gobblers. As get a chance here, we'll run through the numbers momentarily. Speaking of numbers, let's get a look at some final scores here tonight. No final score recorded as of yet for the game over on, yes, we do have a final score over on Real Country 94.3 KKIN FM. The South Ridge team, boys basketball, defeats McGregor 83-22 here tonight. That final score on Real Country 94.3, while the final on Talk 100 KLKS and YourLiveEvent.com is Pine River Bacchus over Verndale, 66-27. Our final score here tonight, 49-47. That final score here from Aitkin tonight. Gobblers victorious again. Eli Christie, our big deal player of the game. Now for our Enbridge, I bring the energy of player of the game here tonight, and I feel like there won't be much judgment on this choice as well, but I'm going to give our Enbridge energy player of the game tonight, Isaac Osmus, tonight for the Gobblers.
I like that. You know, off the bench, he was 2 of 4 from the free throw line, had 3 big rebounds in there, altered shots, played great defense. A great pick for the Enbridge energy player of the game.
Gobblers victorious 49-47. They improved to, again, 4-4 on the season. They'll be in action at home against Barnum on Tuesday. We'll have that coverage right here strictly on YourLiveEvent.com. That's for sure. That's for certain. 100% that'll be just video on YourLiveEvent.com with the Pillager Huskies falling to 2-5 on the season. They'll be in action on Tuesday against Sabika. Gobblers victorious here tonight here on YourLiveEvent.com. We do apologize for those that were trying to carry the radio broadcast of that on KKIN AM 930 FM 103.1. We'll get that straightened out here for the future. But again, we'll be back in action coming up tomorrow as the Gobbler girls will be in action against Two Harbors here. 2 p.m. tip-off, 1:40 pregame here on YourLiveEvent.com. But while we got a chance as well, Gobblers victorious here tonight. For the Pillager Huskies, led by, looks like Eli Miller. He finished with 13 points tonight in total. 16 on the way for Christian Hoagie as well, with 5 rebounds in the mix. Also seeing
Parker Schaefer was 17 and 5. Yep.
Gotcha. And then also shooting 14 of 19 at the line, at the free throw line for Pillager, including being 8 of 8 to start off the contest, 17 turnovers in total. But it looks like the Gobblers are able to help themselves out, at least in the rebounding department tonight.
Yep, 29-22. Won the first half 17-13 and 12-9 in the second. So nice job on the boards for the Gobblers. Again, Coach Sam would probably like to cut down on 22 turnovers and yeah, so I think you look back at that Piers game, Gobblers played great defense, had 9 turnovers in that game. So big difference tonight, turnovers.
Yep, big turnovers in that department as well, especially the Gobblers now improving again, 4-4 on the season. So the Gobblers will be back at home coming up on Tuesday against Barnum. We'll have that broadcast here on YourLiveEvent.com. But don't forget as well, we will have the broadcast coming up tomorrow afternoon as the Aitkin girls take on Two Harbors. Well, a big thank you to everybody for tuning in to tonight's broadcast once again. And again, do apologize for the technical difficulties we had on the radio side of things, but we'll get that straightened out here for the future as well. Big thank you to everybody for tuning in to tonight's broadcast. Of course, you can check out more with Aitkin Gobbler Sports on YourLiveEvent.com. And, of course, stay up to date, scores, schedules, broadcast times, and more, all at rjbroadcasting.com. Big thank you to both head coaches, Coach Jim Benson and coach for the Aitkin Gobblers, Scott Stanfield, for joining us on the pregame show, and Coach Stanfield for joining us on the postgame show here this evening. This has been a proud presentation of R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. Of course, big thank you to all of our sponsors tonight. If you saw our sponsors for this evening, be sure to thank them with your patronage, and always shop local. Big thank you to the Halstead Telephone Company for making YourLiveEvent.com possible and for these video broadcasts on the season. Gobblers victorious 49-47 and back into the win column. Start off 2023, now 4-4 on the season. Gobblers will be at home on Tuesday taking on Barnum, and of course we'll have that broadcast here on YourLiveEvent.com. Don't forget, tomorrow afternoon, Aitkin Gobbler girls take on Two Harbors. We'll have that for you. 1:40 pregame, a 2 o'clock tip-off right here on YourLiveEvent.com. Until next time, for Jeremy Jansen, I'm Paul Vold. This is YourLiveEvent.com. Proud presentation of R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. It's a great day to be a Gobbler. Gobblers victorious here on this Friday night. You have a wonderful rest of your Friday night, and good night, everybody.
Thank you.